Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen to Top 4. My name is Peter, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by David, an Arsenal fan.
Arsenal!
And I'm joined by Ernest, a Man United fan.
MK Dons are legends.
We've got some special guests. We've got Robin here, who's also a Man United fan.
Let me just take the time here to say that Di Maria is a red.
I've got Adrian as well in here, who's a Liverpool fan.
Balotelli.
And I'm joined by another special guest by the name of Remy, who's also a Manchester United supporter.
We got anger for Louis Van Gaal. He'll put it in the net. That's money well spent. He'll just get more and put us in the top 4. We got anger for Louis Van Gaal.
Hey. Guys, welcome to another week. It's the second edition of the Top 4 podcast. Lots to talk about this week. In fact, there's so many to talk about. I'm going to start off with Balotelli for Liverpool, £16 million. Adrian, Liverpool fan, are you happy with this transfer? What's your thoughts and opinions on it?
Absolute steal. I think potentially could be a world-class player. I think he's similar to Ronaldo in the sense that if he was to build a footballer, it would be exactly like Cristiano Ronaldo. Wait.
You've got to raise hands.
I'm going somewhere.
You are on the right track. World-class player, yes, definitely. He can be that. That man said Ronaldo.
Wait.
Ronaldo does 50 a season, you know.
I'm getting there.
Hey, yeah. Alright, go on.
In the sense, yeah, with Ronaldo, if you were to build a footballer from the ground up, it would be like Cristiano Ronaldo. Likewise, if you was to build a striker, yeah, Balotelli has all the attributes. He's 6'2", he's quick, he's strong, penalties, free kicks. He'll put the ball in the back of the net.
I agree.
My only worry with him is obviously the mental aspects, but technically and physically, top player.
Let me ask you, at £16 million, is it a risk to sign a player like him?
No,
It's not a risk at all.
because I believe he will deliver.
Do you think Brendan Rodgers will handle him?
Good question.
Balotelli's Balotelli, so he's going to misbehave at times of the season, but as long as he does the business on the field, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will him and Sturridge play together up front, do you think? Or will one have to be sacrificed?
Now you see the beauty of Brendan, he rotates the team when necessary.
Yeah.
So I think times Balotelli will go out wide, times it will be top with Sterling in the hole. So hopefully Brendan will get the balance right.
Interesting. Anybody else sharing opinions and thoughts on Mario Balotelli?
60 million is a bargain.
That's actually
It's a bargain.
Ross McCormack to Fulham was 12 million.
Was 12 million.
So imagine Balotelli 16. That's a good
Yeah,
deal.
if you look at it from a financial perspective, that's a bargain.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Throughout the whole summer, it looked like 20s and 30 millions to sign this guy. What made them accept Liverpool's bid for 16?
No, but the valuation was
I'm very confused.
14 to 16, wasn't it? They lowered the value of Balotelli, so teams like
teams
Liverpool
can
can come in. Now, my issue is that if he was such a sought after player, why was it only Liverpool? That's my question. Because if Wenger's saying I need a striker, but I'm still not going to pay 16 for him, 16 million for a player that says I'm going to half my wages to come back to England, and Wenger doesn't go for him. I wonder if in terms of the player, it's a good buy. Bargain, but we're going to have to wait and see, bro.
I mean, Wenger said that he wasn't even interested in Balotelli, so where all the rumours came from, he himself was quite surprised.
Come on, we know 16 million, 92,000 a week is Wenger's street.
I don't know.
Because Ozil
Not
is at least on 100 plus.
Yeah, because it's Mesut Ozil.
Yeah, 100%.
That's
but
a different
now,
ballgame.
Mario Balotelli with Ozil behind him,
I know.
that
but,
is goals.
it sounds beautiful.
I just don't think he would. Not like he wouldn't fit Arsenal. It's just he brings so much trouble that Arsenal don't.
No. Forget his character. As a player, he walks into Arsenal's team.
Hands down.
Very.
Want to hear this amazing stat he's got in the Premier League, Mr. Mario Balotelli?
Mario.
One assist
And of course,
in his whole Premier League.
Aguero.
That one assist.
That
was
one
the-
won the
He
league.
won the
Won the
league.
league.
That assist, he decided to take a break from scoring. Decided, you know what? I'm going to give Aguero a chance.
Listen.
And just
I only judge players as players, innit? Off the pitch stuff, you know. The sad thing is he does it on the pitch. But my thing is, I think if Balotelli and Sturridge are together, like you've got the number 9 of England and the number 9 of Italy. From that perspective, it's a good buy. But we're going to have to wait and see because even Brendan Rodgers said it's a calculated risk, which means he know what he's up against.
Listen, as long as he doesn't nibble on anyone, he's cool, man.
Take a little chunk on anyone.
Sorry.
I think for me, it's Liverpool's concerns. I don't think are attacking. I think they will get goals this season, regardless. I think they need to focus on that back four.
I've been saying it since last season.
That what's it called? Man City got 102 goals. Liverpool got 101. But Man City only conceded 37. Liverpool conceded 50.
Yeah.
So that was
Liverpool conceded more goals than Man United.
You
There we
can't
go.
concede 50 goals to win the league.
Win
So,
the league.
And you look at in 2 games they've conceded 4 goals. We'll get into
Already?
that match later on, but 4 goals in 2 games is not looking good at the beginning of the season for the Reds.
Shots.
Yeah, but Angel Di Maria, British record transfer, 59 point.
Di Maria.
Woodward's still a mug, though.
59.7.
59
No.
Originally supposed to be
Woodward does not get
63.4.
ratings.
Oh, yeah.
No. Do you know what week we're in? Do you know that the transfer window ends
1 week left.
next week?
Next week, Monday, 11.
No. Eddie, every time he makes a signing, on that day, he is Eddie Duffel Bag Boy. On that day.
On that day only.
The day after, I need to see another guy.
Oh, man.
I need to see another guy. Because you've taken the whole summer.
To do it, yeah.
The whole summer. Again.
But this record transfer breaks Torres' 50 million to Chelsea, which people thought was quite odd then. Isn't this too much money?
No.
59 million.
How much was
50
63?
How much was 63?
But I'm talking Premier League record.
But didn't
No.
it?
I think it has to do with the player.
But we're talking money. This is serious.
If people
money.
are costing 80,
59 million.
85 million, and yours
75.
costing 75 million,
63.
Di Maria is a world class. He was the man of the match for the
He was
Champions
the
League final.
player of the
And
season
you're
last
saying
year.
59.
Champions League man of the match. So
Champions 59 million.
Top
That is-
assist in the Champions
Bro,
League.
that is 59.
59
Will he
That
live
is a
up-
bargain.
The question is, will he live up to the price tag?
Well, we're not profits, innit?
No, but I'm asking obviously as
No,
what do you think?
hypothetically.
I'm asking what do you think in the
No, man of the match for the Champions League final.
Final world.
Man of the match.
see he calls the winning goal for Bale. That was the winning goal. Obviously, the Marcelo Ronaldo, that's on the side.
side
But
man goal.
he
the money
provided
is
that assist.
too
Everything.
The money.
No.
No.
Is he worth 59 million?
In today's money, yes.
Yes.
Goodness.
By
How much was
far.
Ozil?
In today's money.
42.
And Di Maria is he's
Ozil's better than Di Maria. Let's not even.
No.
Let's not even get into
Ozil
that
is
debate.
the. As I was telling him
Let's
yesterday,
not get
Ozil
into
is
that
the
debate.
assist
Let's
king.
not even dare go there.
Let's not
Let's
lie.
not go there.
Let's not lie.
Don't forget,
Ozil is the
Ozil's
assist
been doing it
king.
year after year at Madrid. Ronaldo was vexed when Ozil left.
But do you see
Was
Di Maria?
vexed.
Di Maria's had two
changed
good
his game,
seasons,
though.
you know.
You see where he changed his game because he got put in centre midfield last year.
Yes.
Changed his game
I agree.
and still put in still highest assist in
I
Champions
think
League.
he was always gonna be
Sure, it was the
expensive
league as
anyway.
well. So
He was
He
going to be
was
expensive.
always gonna be expensive.
Remember, he
One
was
him.
projected 65, 70 mil at the beginning. It's
Di
gone
Maria?
down. Yeah.
what did PSG pay for him? Because I know PSG.
PSG were going to.
Madrid were gonna. I mean, PSG were gonna pay 50.
That was in euros.
okay.
So
But
you're
that's in
looking at
euros.
So that's
42 million.
euros. So that's like
Oh.
no.
42
no,
million.
No, 50.
No, PSG would they quoted PSG and us 80 million euros.
Oh, that's a lie, bro.
You have to remember the Di Maria deal was back and forth. It was on, then it was off, because of the offering of contract and then the removing of contract because of PSG. PSG was the main anchor until FIFA Fair Play got involved.
Oh, yeah,
Because they
That was what caused
That's
us
what-
to
that's what
get.
pulled them out.
Because they printed out T-shirts of Di Maria's name on it. In
Yeah,
PSG
you see what I'm
stores,
saying? So it wasn't 50. It was not 50 for Di Maria. No way. It was never going to be
It was
50.
going to be 80.
Remy, where do you think Di Maria will play? Seeing as you just pointed out, he was playing centre mid last season at Madrid, or just behind the striker. Obviously, Bale and Ronaldo covered the wings all year last year.
Yeah.
Where does he play? Does Van Gaal sacrifice matter? What's the formation? How will it work at Manchester United?
A part of me, because we need the assist, and we need the creativity in the midfield. So should he play centre? I think so. Imagine if he plays with Fletcher, because cleverly shouldn't even touch that. Imagine if he does. Okay, let's just see, because Vidal's not there yet, so probably gets Burnley if he starts. Imagine playing centre midfield with Fletcher
What formation are we talking here?
He's going back to
He's going to keep the 3-5-2
No,
though. That's the thing. He's keeping that.
If he gets Vidal,
He said yesterday that because of Angel Di Maria, he has to change to what he has always played
4-3-3
in Bayern, in Barca, and in Ajax.
Oh, so he's going to do 4-3-3.
Yeah, so it's going back to
and then get Vidal
on the wing then.
that is alright.
The thing is, Rooney will have to go on the left and interchange with Di Maria.
Yeah, okay, that's fine then. I think
Rooney will have to do that.
I don't know because the formation.
I don't want him to.
Everything's all messed up in these formations now. Everything's just getting But if he was doing that 3-5-2 thing, I would say have Mata around Cam, then put Fletcher and Di Maria there. So then you have the creativity leading to Mata. Right. I feel like Mata's become a bit ineffective because there's nothing being led in that area. Yeah. If it's just me, I don't know. If it's just me, I don't know.
We'll go 2-4-2-3-1.
That's what I was saying yesterday.
I was thinking about that as well. 4-2-3-1.
And then one has to drop to the bench.
But you can't drop Rooney over in person.
Rooney's captain.
Rooney's captain.
And RVP's
like I said, Rooney has to play on the wing.
RVP's the hitman.
Right. Has to play on the wing.
Definitely. Adrian, is Di Maria the signing Manchester United need?
Well, I think last night told you what Man United needs. But, I think with Di Maria, I think they probably have paid over the odds, but it's like when you're hungry and it's 12 o'clock at midnight, there's only one fast food outlet open. You know in your mind it costs £2, they're asking you for 4. You're going to pay it because it's going to fill your tummy. So I think Di Maria,
I like that analogy.
I think Di Maria will kind of fill what they need out on the wings. Because he is a quality player, so yeah, it's a good move, I think.
Yeah, Adrian was pointing about last night. Listener, we are recording the day after Man United's debacle at the MK Dons, 4-0. Thoughts on that match yesterday?
I left it at 1-0, boy.
Hold on, no, I just need to load up
I was playing football
the
manager.
team that was playing.
You can load as much as you like.
I want to analyse each player.
I didn't even know.
Is that how you're going to do it?
Fam.
We're going to be here for a while.
Michael Keane.
Right.
And Anderson was in your midfield.
I think Anderson had a good game.
Nah, 4-0.
Yeah.
Our goalkeeper.
Radkusen had a good game against Chelsea when he conceded 8 goals.
Our goalkeeper was fuming. Defence, I have nothing to say about that. Midfield, Keane,
Johnny Evans.
Michael Keane and Vermeil.
James.
You know these players,
We played under 21 players.
Was
Don't
that a
get me wrong, David, yeah? We should have won that game. I don't care who we played.
Should have beaten.
We should have beaten MK Dons.
The senior members in that
Fam,
team.
I left it at 1-0, bro.
No. MK Dons were poor.
When did you find out the final score?
Bro, after I went on Sky Sports afterwards, like 10 to 10,
Bro,
I'm reading 4-0.
MK Dons were playing their best football against us. And they were still poor.
Bro.
What we did was that we said, here, have the ball.
Yeah.
The key word for that game, if you wanted to write a book about yesterday, call it turnovers. That's all it's called. Every time we had the ball, we'd pass it, interception, counter-attack. That's what they did.
And we were passing back. We weren't passing forwards.
I'm telling you, bro.
Passing backs. Thinking we shouldn't be relying on the goalkeeper as the defenders.
What's to blame for yesterday's performance?
The team.
The team? Is it the team that?
The team.
So when you say the team, as in the team the manager put out, or are you talking about
I
individual
think just lack of
players?
concentration and I don't know.
Because
Is the
I'm
formation
looking at the match. I'm watching the match.
Especially the first goal, Evans. What's he doing?
I started watching the match from the second half.
But you know what?
onwards.
If Evans doesn't, it's like Evans gave them leeway to come for more, because up until that goal, they weren't doing anything, and so it was like, if you guys are looking to make this mistake, let's carry on with tradition like last year. You see what I'm saying? My thing is Van Gaal's biggest test is to renew these guys' mental strength.
True.
Because I don't think they have it anymore. I think last year it really affected them.
But then what did we see in the pre-season though? Because that looked like
Pre-season is for fitness.
I get what you're saying, fitness and
That's
performance.
it.
I agree, but it's just you can't deny that the
Liverpool beat
performances were good,
Dortmund
though.
4-0.
No, the performances were good though. Like the games against Liverpool, Real
Liverpool beat Dortmund 4-0.
Yeah, I know. And then Dortmund go and beat Bayern Munich.
Pre-season doesn't mean anything, you know.
It's like that. Not like I'm not saying the pre-season means that we're great again, but it just means that some of the football that was being played showed positive signs. It's still football. It's still football. No matter if it's in pre-season.
No, I agree.
It's like the signs were being shown. Young look better. Cleverly look.
Every year we go to America, we bang LA Galaxy 7.
And we did it again.
We give Seattle Sounders 7-0, bruv.
And that's the best team you've ever met.
Yeah, with Obertan.
Should Van Gaal should he have put out a stronger team yesterday?
I was about to ask that. I think it was a bit.
You had Welbeck, you had Hernandez, you had
But I
Cravens,
feel
you
like
had De
if
Gea.
you
Rubbish,
watch the
bruv.
game, they didn't look interested.
Welbeck
even-
and
but
They
Hernandez
did not
are
look
pants, bro.
interested.
Because
They
even
to
even
leave.
even
Defenders, they looked like they didn't want to play.
MK Dons didn't even look that great. To be
They
honest.
did not look like they
They
wanted to
didn't
play.
look
And
that
I'm
great.
thinking, why are you wearing a Manchester
Listen.
United shirt?
That squad there, apart from Evans and De Gea, they're expendables, fam.
Even Danny,
Yes.
Danny Welbeck.
He's
I
pants,
feel
bruv.
like
I would have him in a heartbeat. Man.
No, I don't want him, bro. He can't finish.
I would have him.
He
in a
can't
heartbeat.
fix, bro.
nah.
I'd have him in a heartbeat.
This is what
He can't finish.
this is what I stand on Danny
What
Welbeck.
you did
innit?
against Bayern Munich.
I think Danny Welbeck. This is all hypotheticals.
Fam, you're a striker, you can't score. Nah, you need to leave it, bro. Go back to the championship, bro.
Now, do you know what it is, yeah? Do you know what it is, yeah? I'm a fan of Danny Welbeck, innit? But I've always said his main issue is his finishing. I agree. If you're a striker and you can't finish, what are you doing, bruv? But this is what his best season. He scored 9 goals. Yeah, that's Danny Welbeck's tally in his best season. The year we won the league with Ferguson, so when Van Persie just came, he scored 1 goal in the league. Now, this is the perspective we have to look at it in, bruv. Welbeck is a third choice striker. He is not walking into that team with Rooney and Van Persie. Period. The one side of the coin, he needs games. That's what I think. Welbeck needs to be given games as a centre forward for 15 games with the midfield of, like Matters and Di Maria's and blah, blah, blah. If he doesn't bang, then fine. Go your way, bruv. But my thing is that last season he only scored 9 goals because Rooney and Van Persie were injured for a long time. So I think judging him on that one game where he actually has to do more work than Hernandez, because Hernandez is playing like I couldn't care less about this game. I think Hernandez was the weak link up front. I think Welbeck has to do a lot of work
What happened
because
to Hernandez?
Hernandez is playing like he's bigger than he is. How can you say before the World Cup, I'm not a super sub? You are a super sub. Period.
don't
That's
think
what
he
you
At the
are.
same time, you can say Dzeko did the same thing. He said he's not a super
Dzeko,
sub, and then you started playing first.
no, you
game.
see,
But you
no,
came on
that's
back
my
in
point.
goal.
That's my point. If Dzeko can come out and say, you know what, I don't care what Mancini's saying about me. Every game he puts me on, I'm going to bang. Yeah. And last season, when Pellegrini just came, watch the Newcastle game in the League Cup, in the FA Cup games. Dzeko will score, you know. Negredo has just come. You're thinking Negredo's going to take his place. Dzeko's like, I don't care who you are, I'm going to bang. Hernandez, his best tally was, I think, in his first season. Then his next best was when Van Persie came, 9 appearances, 18 goals. 3 of them he started. Are you a super sub? Yes, you are.
It's only because for Mexico he just does so well. That's the thing. I think that's why.
Did you see him in the World Cup? Did you see Hernandez in the World Cup?
How much is Hernandez worth? Just I want to get some context. In this
Under 10.
conversation.
Under 10.
Now, did you see Balotelli in the World Cup?
Balotelli,
And you're saying he's a bargain to go to Liverpool for 16.
I think he's a
However,
bargain.
Hernandez is less than 10.
yeah. Balotelli's done 30 appearances, 14 goals, with Adel Tarabt as his number 10. A dead Kaisuke Honda, a dead Montari, and who else is in that midfield?
That whole team is
That
dead,
team
bro.
is pants. AC Milan finished 8th last year. Put Balotelli in front of Coutinho and Lallana, and you talk to me this season, bruv. With Sturridge next to him. It's bargain for 16 million.
I mean, Balotelli's stats are interesting. Well, since he's been at AC Milan, since he went back, he scored 26 goals. However, 14 were either penalties and free kicks. So, for me, I'm like Hernandez. For me, Hernandez as well as Balotelli, I put them in the same category. But in here, it seems like we have a bit of split opinion.
I disagree because if he doesn't bang those free kicks and penalties, then what are you saying? But he does.
Yeah, but
So
I
he
mean,
has composure
because he's the star man, he's going to be he's the first name on the sheet.
No, because
Hernandez won't be that at Man United, and so when he is on there, we have to. It's again a hypothetical thing, but we have to give Hernandez the same amount of starts that Balotelli has, and that's the only way you can.
and
really
then
judge the player.
but I'll look at it like this. We played Sunderland in the League Cup last year.
Yeah.
Did you see the chance when he was 1-on-1 with the keeper? in Old Trafford. Did you see that?
Last year,
Yeah. Newcastle.
Players miss.
No,
Like,
but
strikers miss chances.
no, but you've just come to the team.
Ask
As
any
in-
Arsenal fan. Van Persie banged goals for us. If you saw how many misses he'd have in
No,
the game,
Van Persie scores better when there is a brick wall in front of the goal. If the goal is free, he won't score. I've never understood that. Yeah.
he's a
But
quality.
He's-
my
he's-
thing with Hernandez is that you're 1-on-1 with the keeper.
Yeah.
Did you see him against Tim Krul last year when we banged Newcastle 4-0?
Yeah.
You're 1-on-1. No, but you're Greg scored a 1-on-1 yesterday. League One player.
Griggs.
Is it
I
Griggs?
think so. Yeah. I don't know.
No, my thing is this, yeah? Like, you earn almost 100 grand a week.
Fam, you have a show
If
in
you're
it,
on a
yeah.
1-on-1 situation,
Yeah.
You
put
can
the
say the
ball
same
in
thing
the
about
net.
Welbeck then. Look at him last year against Bayern
No,
Munich. What's he
no,
doing
no.
there?
That's why I raised my point about Welbeck, because a lot of the time, Welbeck would get a lot of games, but he'd get them on like the left. Like he'd play on the left just to cause defenses trouble. You see what I'm saying? Or he'd be left up front, but then the rest of the team ain't good enough. So it's not as black. When it comes to Welbeck, it's not as black and white. I agree. He needs to improve his goal scoring.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but I don't know.
His only effective game was the Real Madrid thing. That was when he did his thing.
Welbeck had some good games last year, I have to admit.
I
But
think he's a decent player. I think, like you say, if he gets the games,
If he gets-
he
if-
will
yeah.
improve. No
But he's
doubt.
not coming to Arsenal. So.
And that's the reason why I'd like him under Wenger. 'Cause
No.
that's the only kind of man. That
No,
would really
David,
take
honestly,
the best out
if
of him.
if
So
if
many
Welbeck
Wenger
has
watches.
Ozil, Ramsey, and Cazorla behind him,
You can't finish.
he will finish.
I don't think he's a big striker. Like look at him at Sunderland, he was great there. But I think he would work best.
Even
under those-
Sunderland was he
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, he's mid-table, bro.
Even Sunderland was he great.
Okay, not great, but he did his job there. Like he improved himself. But I think good work.
Sunderland
well
was
in a-
really Darren
in a
Bent
low
and
team.
Jan.
Can't bring us these
Oh.
mediocre strikers, bro. I like it, man.
Question.
Flipping it, we're going from Henry Bergkamp to flipping Giroud. Nah, I like it,
We'll
bro.
get onto Arsenal in a moment.
No, I was gonna say before we leave menu, Januzaj.
What about him?
I think that he played well yesterday, in my opinion.
I think he was invisible.
I forgot he was playing.
No, because the way
I forgot he
I
was
actually
playing.
thought he was playing.
I think he was invisible yesterday.
I thought he was actually playing well. I was actually watching him, and he was like the chances that were actually going to him were always.
Do you
going
know?
on
Do you
top
know
of
who
his head.
should have played yesterday? As in started. James Wilson should have taken Hernandez onto the bench.
Yeah,
By
That
far.
shot that he has against the keeper, I'm like, nah, he's a
No.
number 9.
I like Pereira as well. He looks
Andreas
a bit
Pereira.
energetic. He
He's
looks
sick.
like
Oh,
energetic.
but
sorry.
he
looks
too
a bit
many
energetic.
chances
He-
yesterday.
he has
It's
created-
what you need.
Many.
It's what you need. It's what
He's a number
builds
10, you know.
confidence.
I know.
He had a better game than Januzaj.
Because when the one thing you always want to see in a player in your team is that even when he has a bad sort of game, he's still at it.
Still influencing the
Still
game.
at it, still going. And he looks like somebody who wants to take on players. He wants the ball all the time. He was taking free kicks. I mean, there was a lot of senior players that could have just said, "Mate, one moment." He took the free kicks. It looked positive from what I saw.
For the
Do
youngsters.
you think Van Gaal's trying to build up a lot of the youngsters?
the
that
Yeah,
are putting
youngsters-
back
that's
in-
part of his
putting-
philosophy.
That's
his philosophy.
That's his philosophy.
That's what he. I mean, the youngsters played better than the senior players yesterday.
By
No
far.
doubt.
By
Except
far.
Anderson.
Wow, Anderson
No,
needs
I
to
think
cut,
Anderson
bro.
had a good game.
Really?
Anderson needs to cut.
I didn't even.
I think Anderson
I thought
needs-
he had left the team.
No, he's poor. No, Anderson's
I
poor.
was in shock when,
I didn't
when he
even
told
know.
me the lineup and he said Anderson. I was like, goodness me, he's still
Anderson.
there. Oh,
Anderson.
He's just collecting that Queen Lizzie, bro.
That Lizzie.
That Lizzie, bro.
all right, let's move away from Man United. I'm
My
getting a
gosh.
bit tired
People
of
need to
talking
leave
about
that team.
them. Yeah.
People.
Swear down.
Oh,
What is this?
what's that? Breaking news. Neil Warnock. Crystal Palace might be
they're
getting
going
Crystal
down.
Palace.
Hey, you man
Warnock
going
from,
Former Leeds, former Sheffield United.
Let everyone know it.
Crystal
Yes.
Palace.
You're going
Yeah.
Relegated.
fam.
Yeah, so Neil Warnock.
Apparently-
he's apparently
It's
the new
this is the alleged news. It's
breaking
not,
news.
It's not Yellow Line Sky
It's not
Sports.
Sky
like
Sports
it.
yet, but you've heard it. here
If
first.
Neil Warnock is your new manager,
You're going-
you lot,
You're asking for relegation. You're asking to get down.
you're pleading.
So he's not good enough. Neil Warnock.
No,
Tim
bro.
Sherwood is the best option available.
No
Bro.
comments.
Because I mean, for me, when I listened to you guys last week, I picked Crystal Palace to go down. Even with Tim Sherwood, I still think they just.
I think they got a decent squad, you know. I think Crystal Palace have a squad good enough to stay. Pulis proved it. From 20th to 11th. With additions now, they can do it. They
Yeah.
just need a manager who can do it. And I think Pulis, Shouldn't have left. But yeah, let's go back to Giroud.
Olivier Wabit. Yes.
Mr. Injury prone.
He's not injured.
He's not injured, bro.
He's only had 2 injuries since he's
Bro,
been
last
at the
season he was not injured.
club. He wasn't injured last year. He was only
I
injured
feel
the
like
year
he gets
before.
injured. I feel like he gets injured too
Now
much.
check this, right? He
Olivier
gets, in my opinion, he gets way too much slack for the Arsenal. I think he's one of Arsenal's top
I
players.
don't like him still. I said this from day one.
No, he does
you
get
guys,
slack.
you guys will see.
I know,
when
he does
Arsenal
get slack.
don't have Giroud in the squad, you will see how much it changes the dynamic of our game. When he came on against Everton, yeah, and he could have had a hat trick that game. Yeah,
Honestly.
completely changed.
That volley, that
the
miss
game.
volley.
He put now. I get the thing. He should have scored more goals than he did. However, he changed the game, and that's what we needed against Everton.
Well, why
And
didn't he
scores-
start, bro?
And that's a good question. I mean, you look at the team sheet and you have Alexis up front. You won't argue. You're not complaining at the beginning.
You know what I said that day.
I mean,
You know what I said that
I'm
day.
not complaining at all.
Alexis Sanchez up front, I don't trust
player
him.
up front.
Nah,
He didn't get into the box at all.
You see it out. But my issue was that he wasn't getting the balls that Giroud got in that second half. Giroud was getting amazing through
But he didn't get in the box though. For him to even get the balls though, are you talking about like crosses and stuff?
I mean, how can I put it? Giroud had chances on goal, yeah? Where on earth did those chances come from? Whereas in the first half,
wing,
it weren't
in
like
the
the ball was going over the top and Sanchez is nowhere to be found. Sanchez was not getting the ball. And funnily enough, in my opinion, the first half, he was Arsenal's best player, Sanchez. He looked dangerous. He looked like he was feeling the game. He was ready for it. Got substituted at half time, you're thinking, oh my God, what is going on? And you bring on Giroud. Everyone's first thought is thinking, oh my, how'd you take off Sanchez for Olivier Giroud? But then Giroud, it was a very good tactical move. And if Mourinho and Van Gaal did that, they'll be waxing lyrical about that substitution. However, when it's a Wenger thing, not necessarily because Wenger, but when it's for Giroud, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like any day, any
No,
how.
but for me, Sanchez doesn't. She shouldn't start in the middle.
I don't see any problem with that. I have no problem with him playing.
Because he's
If
not an
Walcott
out-and-out
If
striker.
Walcott is allowed to play up front, if Sonogo is allowed to play up front, and if
No, but
Podolski is allowed to play
Sonogo's
up
a centre
front,
forward.
if them three are allowed to play up
Walcott
front
is not
for
a centre
Arsenal,
forward.
Sanchez can do that. If those three can go up front, surely
apart from
Sanchez can go
Podolski and Sonogo,
Yeah.
you don't have a centre forward like that.
there. No, true.
So why should they be in the middle?
Who?
Sanchez.
Striker,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Like,
Because don't forget, we had a midweek game.
Said this
So obviously
from
there were
day
players
one.
that were not going to be. We had a midweek. We've played last Tuesday.
Okay.
Go
Cool.
to Everton and then to come.
cool.
To come to,
If
to
that's
Arsenal
if that's the case, then I
tonight.
agree. If you're playing Sanchez because of Besiktas,
Yeah.
fine. I can't say nothing.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a tactical move to play Sanchez in the middle. He's a winger.
I think it's a rotational thing. He played up front for Chile. He's got his goal in.
Fam, buy a striker.
I mean, honestly,
No,
buy
he-
one.
honestly,
I don't care for
listen,
a cow
if you know me well,
Your
that's
team
my
needs
one
a
signing I want.
striker.
buy a
Hey,
striker, man.
Don't
Like,
bring
that's
in
what I
Remy as
want.
well, but I don't want Remy.
People are saying that Giroud's injury is a blessing. in
Why
disguise.
don't you want
I can't-
Remy?
I can't understand things like that.
Why don't you want
I
Remy?
can't
As in, I
understand
think the
comments
logic
like
is that it forces Wenger to
I
start
can't
the side.
Wenger would have. The thing is, it's to call it a blessing for your player to be out for 3
No,
months.
I agree. It's not a nice thing to
Crazy.
say. It's
not
not a
that
nice
it's a nice thing to say. I'm saying it's gonna cost us this year because no matter what striker you bring in today, yeah, to settle in that Premier League, whilst Theo's still out, whilst Giroud's still out, it's gonna take.
How long
lot
is
of time.
Walcott still
He's
out
not
for?
even started training yet.
And then again, also
That's why I saw
He
man
trained-
on
he
Instagram
trained-
pumping weights.
Yeah, well, you know what Walcott's like. His issue was what, knee?
yeah.
Yeah.
Was it ACL?
He's training him by himself though. It's light training. It's not, Wenger was saying we have to give him time. We have to respect the time that he needs, and he didn't say when he will be back. That's how long that injury was, and that happened in January this year. Sorry. How long can that injury be?
Not just that, if you get a striker with Giroud out, then again it's just one guy again holding
Exactly,
it down. So
exactly.
when they need another guy, they've only got to bring in Sonogo, and that's
Exactly.
it. So at least with Man United, there's four options, and with Chelsea, there's
City, 4 options.
Yeah, City 4 options.
Chelsea got options.
So
Jovetic would have been brilliant for Arsenal, man.
Oh, no doubt. That's why we chased him all year.
No, we don't want to spend any money.
Chased him all year. We chased him all year.
yeah, I think
The
that
thing
I
is,
see the
it's
issue
not
there.
even that we don't want to spend money.
No, we don't spend
Wenger
money.
looks at it like this: there's a transfer budget that each club has, yeah, and
David
Wenger
doesn't wanna hear it.
Wenger's not about putting the club in debt. He's not about that life. He's not about giving players.
Don't man
that
see I
money.
played Arsenal football, bro.
Sorry,
Man see I
City.
played Arsenal football.
Well, when Gary Neville said this is the only time he's seen the Invincible kind of
That's what
play
I'm saying.
in the league since the
That
Invincibles
is
left.
our football.
But
Simple.
I mean, Wenger knows he needs a striker. He knew he needed a striker
Wenger's
even when
not
Giroud was
stupid.
fit. Even when Giroud was fit, I was preaching striker all summer.
So why did he get him, bro?
Because there's a lot of things to consider. You have
That's
to remember.
no go,
You have to
bruv. Send
remember
him to-
when you're
send him alone, bruv.
imagine you being, I don't know, chief executive of Manchester United. You've got to send out these emails that we want to buy your player and blah blah. You got to get people to go to this country and meet with agents
Yeah,
and,
do
and
that,
come
bruv.
back and forth. These transfer dealings are not easy at all,
Bruv, that's your
and the
job,
player
bruv.
has to be available.
That's
That's
your
the other
job.
thing as well. And so when you look at the market now of today, what strikers available? You name the strikers that you
Balotelli
think.
was available.
Of course, we didn't want him.
We don't-
Clearly, we
okay.
didn't.
Is it-
Clearly,
Isn't- so
clearly
is Falcao
didn't.
not
Was it
available?
because why
Falcao
didn't
alone?
Why
Now,
didn't
question Falcao. We've heard there's been reports today about Falcao interested in a loan move to Arsenal. Who knows?
And Cavani as well, isn't
It's
he?
Cavani, right? So now you got Cavani, Falcao, Balotelli. Who else was available this summer?
Remy was available.
Remy.
And you guys want
Remy.
you express your
Dead
interest
Remy,
in him.
bro.
So we've mentioned a few strikers.
So we've mentioned about 4 strikers now. So now when you decide to say, okay, cool, which one of these 4 strikers fits into the team, into the way that we play? Now the numbers get narrower. Because you have to remember, when you're signing players, this is why it didn't work at Spurs last year. This is why it doesn't sometimes work at Newcastle when they buy like a bucket load of players. You have to buy players according to the team you have. It's not...
That's
you
what Van
can't-
Gaal's
You
saying.
can't just throw players in and say,
Yeah,
yeah.
we need a finisher. They're all finished. Thank you very much.
But listen,
Oh,
can I-
They're all
That's-
finished, bro.
That's the title.
It's not. It's not.
That's
as
the
simple,
title,
It's not
man.
as simple as that because Podolski's
We
the best
need a
finisher in our
finisher.
club. No
They
doubt.
all finished.
No doubt.
Dude, that.
Listen, Podolski's the best finisher at our
Bruh!
club.
What?
Podolski's the best finisher at our club.
Okay.
Yeah, finisher. Yeah. However, he cannot play up front, and we've seen it. So it's not about finishing.
Man,
That's not what it's
finishing.
about. We
No,
need
but
because if you take out Giroud, correct me if I'm wrong. If you take out Giroud, you take out a massive part of Arsenal's play.
Honestly.
As much as people diss Giroud, because he's the number 9 that doesn't score a lot of goals, but you take him out of that play and trust me, the play is different. Like, without Giroud against Everton, proved that point. Last
So
season,
Falcao
was it
can't
last?
hold up the ball.
We're not saying he can't. Now we're talking Falcao, yeah? So now you have to go and speak to these agents of Falcao's. You have to talk about what kind of deal you want to have with this player. Monaco don't want to
And
sell
let's
him.
remember, Falcao wants $250 a week, you know.
Don't forget
I'll
there's wages.
pay him,
Don't
blood.
forget there's wages
I'll
involved.
pay
Don't
him.
forget there's wages involved. And first of all, is he available? That's the first
I don't want to
question.
play Monaco, bro.
No,
The
he
thing is, I
doesn't.
feel like these
He
things can't be
doesn't.
done.
He doesn't. But does Monaco want to let him go? Of course
Because
not.
he's still under contract.
So now, if you're under contract, you know what I'm saying? Because it's,
And he's what, his
you
second
see,
season?
You look at all the players that have moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is his second year.
Yeah,
Year
it's
now.
his second year.
All the players that have moved have been players where clubs have clearly said, hey, look, have him. Di Maria, have him. Vidal is where, the reason why Vidal's taking long, because Juve don't really want to let him go. Unless they get something juicy in that deal. Yeah? You look at the Lamberts of Southampton. You look at Origi, Markovic. You name them. Balotelli, they from 30 million has gone down to 16 and gone. These are players that the club did not
Said,
want.
Go.
The club says go, and that's how we got Ozil. That's how we got Santi Cazorla. It's
Sanchez.
not.
And
That's how we got
Sanchez, yeah.
Sanchez. Exactly. So it's a case of you have to bear. The transfer system is not as easy as we read. Not at all.
But the thing is, it annoys me because people like City and Chelsea get it done before pre-season.
But City sign players from which club? Let's slowly think about it.
What
City go to Porto and say we want Mangala 32 million. Mangala is praise and worship about that deal, and he's gone. And Porto have no issue. So they sell players at 30 on a minimum every year. They've got a player that they will get out.
They know they're getting 30 for.
And the worst thing is, next year we'll see another Porto player who will be linked with the club next season. It's like they had Falcao, remember? They've had
Quintero.
They've had Quintero. They've had Rodriguez. They've had a lot of good players. So when it comes to like that, when you look at where City do business, they went to Sevilla and got Navas. They went to Sevilla and got Negredo. A guy who was in the Spanish league. Let's not forget Pellegrini. Done a lot of dirt in the Spanish league. So there's a lot of connects as well. Connects is huge, massive.
I'm confused. What's your point?
My point is that because he said, why do City then because we were talking about this transfer stuff of how hard it is to buy a player, and so he went on and said, how come City get this and that? The players that these clubs, for example, the Man City, where they're buying their players from and from which clubs, it's money that they can't refuse. When they went to Aguero and Atletico, took that in a heartbeat. And then brought Falcao next year, and again, money was gone. Even Monaco could buy that. Do you know what I mean? So it's a situation where, how can I put it? It works for the club and it works for the player. Whereas we're trying to sign players from teams that don't want to let these players go necessarily. where it doesn't work for everybody else. Di Maria is one of those prime examples. So you guys were linked with him for quite a while. However, PSG were like in pole position until some other stuff happened, and then it became Man United's job. But if you're fighting with PSG on money, you would have lost that battle, no doubt, if it was money based. But Di Maria wanted to come to Man United anyway. He was it a couple of years ago. He still wanted to play for Man United as it was.
Money?
And
I don't know. I think
not money, as in wanting to come to Man United.
No, because you're saying that PSG would have beaten us.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Definitely. You cannot test
We're the
PSG
second richest club in the world.
Doesn't matter. You can't test PSG and Man City. Money, no way.
I mean, in terms of like
When it comes to outbidding a player and outwaging a player, those two teams, no one can outwage them. The only reason why you might win that battle, A, you said financial fair play, and B, Di Maria wants to come to Manchester United. Because
financially, we're doing
don't forget,
1.6 to 1.9 billion.
No, it's not about how much money
year.
you're making. Listen, these guys will outbid that, is what I'm trying to say.
I think he's trying to say that in terms of how would we really be paying 80 or 90 where these PSG and Man City, they don't care. They'll be spending that.
We're talking 50 mil on David Luiz.
But Man United will be.
Oh, so you're saying we can afford them?
I'm not saying you can't afford, but them guys will outwage straight up and down.
Oh, okay.
You will lose in a clash, wage-wise.
Because they'll just go
No
higher
doubt.
and higher because
They will.
They've got the rich owners and stuff.
Because it's the owners, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're talking, these are oil-rich clubs. That's why I only bring them two. I don't even bring Chelsea in that category because Chelsea are not even near City and PSG. They're nowhere near them two. Them two are gone.
So I think
Clear.
City and
They paid
PSG,
50
the
million
owners
for-
are family.
They've gone clear.
They paid 50 million for Luis, like simple. Like they could have
not
obviously.
But why did they pay 50 million for David Luiz?
You're asking me that. I
You
know, I know.
want to hear an amazing stat on David Luiz? Yeah? David Luiz's transfer cost more than the Invincibles team.
Oh dear.
Bruh.
I need to find that. That's my
I'll show you a picture.
I need to
if
find
I
that.
can find
Bruh.
it.
You don't know.
When I first heard that, I was in tears.
No, it's.
No, but 50 million for David Luiz.
You know what I'm saying? These lot, they don't care. They can spend like that for fun.
no,
They
but
don't-
why
it's
not
50 million for David Luiz?
No, but why can't people see that he's
50
pants?
million? 50 million?
Maybe he
But
might
that's
do
the
alright
point.
in the French league.
That's
He
the
might do
point.
alright there.
Do you remember when people were going for Cavani? They lost the clash.
55.
They lost the clash. They lost that clash.
Clash.
Yeah, it's a clash.
Devilman and Skepta.
Lucas Moura lost that clash.
Leonardo called him when he was in Old Trafford
Lost the clash.
and said, I'm going to buy each and every one of your family members a house in Paris.
How can Thiago
My
Silva
God.
go
Oh,
to
is
that
it?
club?
That's how we lost Moira. That's how we lost Moira. He called him in Old Trafford.
It was in the middle of his tour.
He should have hung up, man. He should have hung up.
Hey, if you're playing
We should do
if
no service,
you're
man.
playing in the favelas of Sao Paulo
Yeah, you take any
and
job.
you hear Paris,
Yeah, you
a family member is gonna have a house in Paris.
You take any job.
Each.
You know?
You're going to Paris.
See, that's what he said.
I mean, you look at it. You look at it. They bought Kabay for 20 million. That's a lot of money. We were looking at him for 10 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and they laughed at us. They said, "Which part of his body do you want?" Newcastle laughed at us.
I said his head.
Yeah, which part of his body do you want? Now, when PSG come knocking and they say 20,
And he's French.
and he's French, it works for them.
To go back home, he is calm with that,
Yeah?
bro.
So what I'm saying when it comes to like, look, P for P, let's not even dare.
No, but I dare ask even Chelsea then.
No, Chelsea are not in that.
No, what I'm saying is that they get transfers.
Okay, so
Done.
Chelsea's transfers, you want to get into that?
Yeah.
Felipe Luis of Atletico,
Yeah.
it's the same situation. Courtois was always their player. Diego Costa's the same thing. They hit a release clause.
in seasons before.
They hit a okay. Name
Salah.
the players. Name the players. Salah at Basel,
You guys, they were interested in him for 2 seasons.
Chelsea or Liverpool.
No. Listen to
Chelsea,
what I'm, no,
Liverpool.
listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I was in my workplace. Sky Sports said, "No, hold on. This is when Mata was being done, yeah.
Yeah,
And as soon as he had done this,
yeah,
lifted his shirt at the camera
Yeah.
to Man United,
yeah,
Chelsea are interested. I was in my shop with my boy eating lunch.
yeah.
Chelsea are interested in Mohamed Salah. My boy went to the corner shop, came back. Chelsea have submitted an 11 million bid for Mohamed. 10 minutes.
No.
They submitted a bid. Yeah.
First of all, don't believe the hype. It was done in 10 minutes. Secondly, Salah and check the situation. Liverpool will find it hard to sign Salah. Chelsea wouldn't. That's the difference between the two. It's Liverpool tracked him for years. Yes, they did. But didn't Yarmolenko last year? That was I don't know what happened there. Sorry, was it?
Yeah, what
Bianca?
happened with
You know,
Konoplyanka?
Things like that.
He was supposed to be the
Liverpool
the
are
star.
linked. Liverpool will slowly become that team where when they say they want a player, he's theirs. Do you get what I mean? But when it's a clash between Liverpool and Chelsea,
Can't win.
you don't win. We lost out to Mata. Mata was soon to be an Arsenal player. We lost out to him because you can't win.
Hazard.
Hazard was
Supposed to be in Manchester.
Prime example.
No,
Lost that to him.
we had him.
I remember Wenger wanted him. Hazard. We were tracking Hazard for
They said
years.
17,
For
bro.
Yeah,
years.
you were tracking Hazard since he was
For
like
years.
17.
Because of the link that Rudy Garcia at the time of Leo's manager had with Wenger. But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it connects and sometimes
Wenger didn't want to pay
it's just-
17 mil,
Yeah,
bro.
you can't.
Because I think you guys bidded 22 and they laughed at you.
Yeah, it was something.
No.
crazy.
You bid 14 and they said he won 22 and these times he was 18.
Yeah.
No one knew who Hazard was, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
Slap
So
down that money card.
we say that now.
You say that.
We
No,
say that.
actually, I
never
slap
know.
that
Have
Have you
money
seen
down.
how many players Wenger has bought at that young age? Emmanuel Abuye. Shall I go through those transfers?
Denilson.
Denilson. Javinho. Marwan Shamak.
Bro, you signed him.
Park Chi-young.
Why did you sign Park? No one told
Spalletti.
you. No one told you to sign Park,
Sebastian
bro.
Spalletti.
No one told you to sign
Manuel
Park.
Almunia.
Oh, do you know how he's retired now from?
Has he
yeah,
officially
he's
retired?
got,
Heart,
medical
yeah.
heart
I remember
issue.
he had
Yeah,
an
yeah.
issue yesterday.
So,
I read
he's
yesterday.
retired
I read
now.
yesterday. Yeah,
That's-
I thought so with Almunia.
Yeah.
Garbage goalkeeper though. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, he was.
No.
garbage
If a
last
guy has an illness, you pray for man. You still cuss how he was. He was still a rubbish keeper.
night. Still, horrible keeper.
Oh, man.
5 years now, I'm number one.
Do you know the ones when the keepers are dead in the Premier League, then they find their home in like a championship team, then they come up and stuff, and then they like. It was,
Has he come back? Scott Carson was one of those, I think. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Anyway, let's keep it moving on.
What's the next topic?
We should be soon wrapping up, but I need to jump into some stuff. All right, cool. Let me get some quiz questions out, and at the end, I want you guys to all think of if there was one player, if you're the manager of your club, one player, only one player you could sign, realistically sign, who's that player you would buy? Yeah.
So you wanted to ask Robin a question as well.
have a
Me and him on the bus. That was the question. What was the question?
Everyone said, don't forget the question.
and I forgot the question. it might have happened already. The question might have happened already, and I think we've all answered.
You mentioned,
If it comes back,
you mentioned Celtic as well.
I'll bring. I was gonna go there. Do you know what it is? I was gonna go there, but because of time, I don't know. But Celtic
Okay.
are out of the Champions League twice this season.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I'm not gonna lie.
What did
'cause
they lose?
The
They
Liga
lost.
Warsaw thing, that was so unfair. That Liga Warsaw thing, and they brought him on with 5 minutes left, and they didn't even know. Like it was a mistake. It was such a mistake.
Mistake.
Bro, he was
Mistake,
suspended,
Yeah.
bro. He was suspended,
It was a
bro.
small mistake.
But you know he's not legible.
What? So who are you backing? You're backing Celtic.
Yes.
No, it's one of those things. Do you know why I think it was a mistake? Is because firstly, he's a sub. They brought him on sub with only a few minutes left of the second leg, and their explanation was that he served his 3-match ban, but because they didn't put his name down for the
registry,
for the initial 2 legs, then that was where they went
In,
wrong.
in that case,
And
you know,
I get
rules are rules.
Rules are rules, yeah, but it just
You
seems so harsh.
should-
Like,
It's
No,
so harsh. It's
lad.
very harsh. But stupidity is what overtook them.
Ignorance is not bliss, you know.
it's
Do you
just,
know what I
it
mean?
felt
No,
so
I'm with
like,
you
come
because
on.
they've scored 7 goals
Couldn't care less.
without this guy.
I couldn't care less.
Bring him on as a sub. You know, let's
couldn't
wrap the
care
game
less.
up. Let's close
Why
it.
shoot
Let's
yourself in the foot?
Shut down shop. Because to them, it's not that they. I know.
But I think
Yeah,
in
yeah,
general, I don't think
Rules.
they thought
Oh.
of it as
It's incompetence.
not.
All the rules.
But yeah,
they should not be in the Champions League.
And
They don't
then-
deserve to be in the Champions
Exactly.
League. Celtic don't deserve either. You can't lose twice.
They lost to
How do
Maribor.
Maribor, you know.
Who gets knocked out of a
So
competition
Maribor in the
twice?
Champions League.
Maribor are going to be in
Celtic.
Champions League.
Celtic.
Fam, Arsenal need to go through, but if we go out, fam. If we're on Channel
If
5,
Arsenal
fam,
go out tonight,
if we're on Channel 5, blood.
you can cuss man
you're on
about
Channel 5,
MK
what?
Dons
No,
all
it'll be
day.
ITV4.
I will
Oh,
not
ITV.
stop
Yeah,
laughing.
Are you
ITV4.
sure?
ITV4 will be showing them games.
Hey, nah,
Have you seen the Europa League trophy?
I told Ernest yesterday, yeah, that I think I'll get nauseous if I start watching those games on Thursday.
Hey,
I don't
fam.
think I can watch the game on Thursday.
I'll
They're,
not watch
they're
it,
really,
bro.
when Man United
feel
got there
sick.
and we had like a Bilbao and stuff, I couldn't watch it. It was
No, but we had good teams
I spent no
until we
time
knocked
watching
out.
that. Yeah,
We had Ajax and Bilbao, and then
even
Llorente
City
just
was in the
turned up.
Europa
Even
League
then,
that
like, I
time.
don't know,
and
Well.
Porto just
It's
did
Gave
dirt.
them- gave
when
them
like I don't know what the Europeans has like a poor feel, a very poor. Even when
Even the camera
even
quality,
when-
everything.
There we go.
The camera quality is
The
poor.
angles. Oh man.
You know, if
Do you know
they
what it
go,
is? To be fair, let's take this in mind. We've been watching Spurs play on those Thursdays. Maybe it's just their ground. That the
Even
camera
their ground, no,
angle's
but
poor.
even their ground, they
Seems
show
to
it from
watch
like the ground
consistently.
level. It looks
I
you know,
know,
in
horrible,
Europa League it's from the
horrible.
grass.
Horrible.
In the Prem it's from the top.
Is it even in like say Man United and City when they were there? Was they showing it on that level as well? Were they
No,
showing
It's
no,
different
no,
angles
no,
for
no,
real.
no.
It's different angles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because
it's
I
different
just think
angles.
that's the lane for you. I think
But my question is, would we rate the Europa League if it was on Wednesday?
It's got nothing to do with that. Do you know what the problem with the Europa League was? When it was the UEFA Cup, it was straight knockout.
It was live.
And it was live because it was like the third best team in the league, fourth best team in the league were in those competitions. So you're seeing your Napolis, you would see Arsenal in that, you would see certain teams would be in that. Valencia, do you get what I mean? Like now Torino, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing Levante, I'm seeing.
I think what also ruined it because they know the Champions League, the third place goes into it, and I don't think that was the case in the UEFA Cup, was it?
No, it was never.
The rules changed.
It's lost its prestige. So now Champions League player and teams basically win the Europa League.
They made the
now.
Europa League a league.
Yeah.
That was the big problem.
Yeah, the Champions League teams win the Europa League.
You know what I mean?
Juventus couldn't even try a thing last season.
No. They used to do that. They've always had that. I think it was in a different structure because they used to be back in the day. I'm going way back where there used to be 2 group stages in the Champions League. I don't know if you lot would remember that. But if you finished third in the first group stage, then you would go to the UEFA Cup at that time. Second group stage though, if you finish third, you're out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think the only thing for prestige-wise in terms of Europa League now, the winner goes into the Champions League next year. So I think that's helping it, but. I don't know. In terms of the competition, it's still just...
Yeah, they've made a mess of it.
Dry.
They've made a mess of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And television rights have gotten in the way of a lot of stuff. Even the Premier League. I mean, look at how Premier League games are now. They're everywhere. You can watch
Sky Sports.
You know, something's moved to Monday because it has to be shown on TV. You know,
And is it just me? One thing, they need to stop trying to make Monday Night Football happen. Just stop with that. All these good high-profile games should be on Sunday, Saturday morning, Saturday evening.
Monday Night Football is old though.
It's
not a new
but
thing.
it never used to be with big teams.
It never used to be
the big
It's
teams.
like Villa, Portsmouth.
Yeah, it would be them games. It used to be dead.
It's
It used to be
that
dead.
chooses.
Isn't that to do with the selection of the actual?
No, because the fixtures, for example, the fixtures will get drawn out, yeah? And then what happens is when Sky Sports says we want to buy that game, this game, that game, that game, they then align the matches for the television right. So even fixtures, you know, one week you're seeing you've got White Hart Lane this week, then you've got the Etihad the following week, and then all of a sudden it flipped to you're going to have White Hart Lane in the next month because it's going to be shown on TV, or because other games are on TV now. We need to give.
That's why even fixtures in terms of because when I went to Old Trafford, they gave us the
whole season.
the fixture list,
That's gonna
and some of them it says to be confirmed kind of thing.
That will change, no doubt. And
That's why
if you go through in certain competitions now, if you go through the FA Cup semi-final, if you go to the Champions League,
At this rate,
everything
I
changes.
couldn't care less about the FA Cup.
All right, let's
No,
do
we
some
lost to the
quizzes.
MK Dons.
Let's do some quizzes to soon wrap this thing up. All right.
Benica Fold.
And then watch them go lose to Bradford or something next.
Yeah, we were saying
next
this.
team.
A championship team will play them next round and go out.
And then they'll knock them out.
Yeah.
MK Dons were poor. They were poor.
Oh man.
All right, name a Premier League player who's got the most chances created this season so far with 10 chances. It's a very stupid question.
Most
Very
chances
hard.
created.
Most chances created this season. Not assists, but most chances created this season. Who has the most with 10?
As in the last 2 games.
Last 2 games. It's just in these 2 games.
Cesc?
9.
Sanchez.
Nope.
No.
It's a team in the bottom half of the Premier League.
Oh.
It's a player from there.
Are we in the second? Here we are.
Yeah, we are. Actually, that's a good point. I don't even think of who's in the bottom half. I just know that. Okay, I'll give you a clue. This team have lost twice. They've lost both games at the start of the season, but they've got a player who has got created the most chances this season.
I have this weird feeling.
What does your gut tell you?
Is it a team from Burnley? Is it a player from Burnley?
Is it a team from
Team from Burnley.
Team from Burnley. Hey,
Hey!
tax hey.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's lost twice?
All right, I'll give you a club. Yeah, just to tick down time. It's from QPR. It's a QPR player.
Much.
Jordan Much. Incorrect.
Stupid.
One last guess.
Remy.
Remy, incorrect. It's actually Joey Barton.
Man, like,
Wow.
he's just taking the piss. You know what I mean? He's just taking the piss.
You know a man that makes criticism and he's not as good as what he criticizes? Like, you're not even that guy.
Play for England. Man, sit down, man.
Sit down.
Oh, right.
Okay.
He's the
Love to
typical
throw.
English lad. Oh.
West Brom have signed a player on loan from Porto. Name that player.
What's his face?
They signed a guy from Porto.
It was this week, wasn't it? Oh, I heard about it. So I heard about it.
I forgot
Wait,
Stop checking online.
I'm not. Because they copped Samaras. I know they copped Samaras. And who was the other guy?
They copped Georgios
They got
Samaras.
Samaras. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor.
They've got some.
That's why. Do you know what it is? Because remember last week? I know we're digressing, but I remember last week when you guys were talking about your top 3 bottom top 4, bottom 3, yeah. And then what's it called? West Brom were in my list to go down. But you know, Ade Brown looked alright on the weekend. I was like, if he does alright, and I was tweeting like, you can't rely on him to get goals. But if he does alright slowly, he might it might be alright. And they got Samras now. They're getting best strikers. They're getting best strikers now. So I don't know.
This player played in the World Cup. That's the only clue I'm gonna give you. It's a World Cup player.
What country?
No, I'm not gonna give you that. Can't give you that. Porto player. They've signed. Stop checking online. The cheating.
I know who it is, guys.
Are you fully checking your phone?
Yeah.
You told him not to cheat.
You can't
I've
answer.
forgotten, you know. I saw it as well. I saw it on Twitter and I forgot.
He's not from Colombia, is he?
Nah.
What country is he from? Give us that one. Give us that one.
Actually, I'm not giving you.
Is that bait?
I mean, I just don't want it.
bait,
I'm giving you 2 clues.
He's from England.
We start talking about Samaras. Don't know what we're doing.
He's from England.
An English player from Porto.
Hey, don't be fooled. Dyer came from Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah, because he's like a sick player.
Alright, I'm gonna give you the answer. His name is Silvestre Varela.
Oh, Varela, yeah, the winger.
No. He got it wrong back then.
From Chile, yeah?
Is he Chilean? I thought he's Portuguese. The black guy.
Portuguese, he's
Who's the black guy from Portugal?
Wait, no, wait, hold on. That's the Real Madrid Ferreira, isn't it?
No, man.
No, not Real Madrid. No.
Hold on, the black Varela.
Varela.
Sylvester, I think.
Silvestre.
They got Varela.
on a season-long loan.
They got Varela.
Yes.
I even retweeted it.
Yes.
I fell off, man.
The shock.
Varela.
No, the shock that hit my system. I know.
So West Brom can't be getting relegated. They can't be doing that. They can't.
bro.
All right.
If they get relegated.
Let's keep on moving. Did anybody watch any La Liga action this weekend?
Yep.
A little bit, yeah?
Barely.
Name the animal that ran in the pitch. Between
Cat. It was a cat.
Heard about that one.
I saw that.
Heard about that
Name
one.
the colour of the cat.
Black.
Okay. All right. In how many seconds did Sergio Kun Aguero come off the bench?
23.
Yeah.
What was it?
Something like
I'll
that.
take both answers because it was 22 point. Was it 9-7, 7-9?
Round up
And
23.
round up
Was that?
23. It's all the same.
23 seconds.
Oh,
Cristiano Ronaldo has scored against every club he's played against for Real Madrid. Name how many clubs they are.
It's 19,
but in relegation and promotion. and
Ever
stuff
since
like
he's joined Real Madrid.
What's up, fam?
So yeah, that was just our pastor there walking in and out. Top lad, Pastor Andrew.
Yeah.
But back to what we were saying. Cristiano Ronaldo has scored against every team he's ever played against with Real Madrid. How many teams has he scored against?
25.
And it says 25. David, what do you
Sally.
say? 30. Says
38.
David. Robin says 38. Adrian?
29.
No, 31, 31.
31. And look at this guy.
What are you calculating?
For example,
19, 34.
if you're
Then it could come back up. Okay, I'll put around 30 because I tried to calculate. He's been there 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's 19 teams in his first season. I'm not saying obviously he didn't do it every season, but then I'm guessing 3
What if
teams.
he scored an
goes
own
down.
goal against Real Madrid?
What? I didn't even. I'll go for 30. I'll go for 33.
Right. The answer is 28. He
Ooh.
scored against 28 different teams. That's who Real Madrid
You
have played.
suck, bro.
And he scored against all of them.
He sucks.
Right, quick one. What is Weiman's first name?
Andreas.
Andreas, man.
Oh, let's get it correct.
Andy.
Andreas.
The answer is Andy.
Get out of here,
Andy is his first name.
Okay.
Andy Weimann. Yeah, Andreas Weimann. I don't know why we always think that, but Andy Weimann. Is
I
his
swear they
first
say
name.
Andreas Weimann.
I looked at it on
Weimann
something else,
sounds dumb
and
anyway.
it said Andy Weimann. I thought, oh, this would be a
Andy
good question.
Weimann
for the quiz.
says
You know,
Dominic.
I like Villa's pace this week against
I'm telling you,
Newcastle.
Villa have pace.
They have a lot of pace, and I think Abominable was getting back, and
They're
Zogbia's
not going down.
and Zog. Yeah, because I
They're not
think
going down.
predicted it.
Because
I was
that's-
like,
Aston Villa is my
After the
favourite
first
team.
2 games.
Don't worry, we're gonna.
Aston Villa's my favourite team. I'm not going down.
We'll revamp in after the transfer window's closed because there's still a bit of time to do a bit of business.
We'll revamp the
23 goals were scored over the Barclays Premier League weekend. Name the first goal scorer
of the weekend.
of the weekend. Stuff Wikipedia.
12:45.
I read it.
Was,
Aston Villa Newcastle was 0-0. So then we have to.
Dyer.
Dyer of.
Swansea.
What was the question?
No.
He says Dyer.
Oh,
Who scored the
it
first
was
goal of the
It
weekend.
was that Swansea vs Burnley. He's
It
right.
was Dyers.
It's
Nathan.
Nathan Dyer.
Nathaniel.
First goal.
First goal of the weekend.
Dyer, innit?
Don't forget there was an early kickoff. At
That was
12:45.
0-0. That was
nil-nil.
0-0.
It was a 0-0.
Trying to test us.
I'm just saying. It was a
Don't try,
0-0.
cuz.
Nathan Dyer.
Yeah, it was Nathan
Nathan
Dyer.
Not Nathan Dyer. Sorry, I was thinking of another Dyer.
I remember it was 1-0 for a while. It was
Kieran, bro.
Kieran fell off.
Kieran died.
Could have played more than 3 games without getting out.
Which club did Balotelli have a trial at age 15?
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
done.
I saw the picture.
That
Yeah.
one skipped under the radar. I saw the picture. I was like,
I
goodness
never
me.
saw
I was like, goodness me. All right. Okay. So let's get on to. Oh, actually, let me just give a stat. This is not a question. This is a random stat. Yeah. Benzema, right, scored against Cordoba after failing to score in his last 10 hours and 13 minutes in La Liga action. And yet this guy was tipped to be an Arsenal transfer, and we should have got him apparently.
This guy, someone told me he's world class.
He hasn't scored in 10 hours.
No, I think
In
he'll,
La Liga.
I think he'll bang in Arsenal.
Oh, no doubt. he would.
I think he'll bang in Arsenal.
In La Liga action.
Sign a striker.
Thank you.
Why are you getting... Benzema was...
Nah.
How did he do last season? What was his...
No, his goal tally was pretty good, but it's just he hadn't scored in a while.
Rude his pants.
Well, when you got Ronaldo and Bale, it's too...
Did you
it's
see
too-
that video of the
yeah.
guy that was crying about Giroud?
Yeah.
I think it was Arsenal fan TV.
Yeah.
The guy was
Yeah,
crying.
against Stoke, man.
Against Stoke. He was crying.
Hey,
He
bro,
was
you rub me, I've had enough. I was like, nah, man.
All right, then, cool. So, have
Oh,
you guys
that's
had
the pain.
a bit of time to think about the transfer that you would make for your club? Yeah.
Messi.
Well, it has to be a realistic.
No,
signing.
Messi outside.
Everyone will
Messi.
want
make
Messi.
Messi's realistic.
Messi is realistic.
Well, what's his
Messi
buyout
is
clause?
250 million
250
pounds.
million.
Million.
I
Sorry,
just,
million.
I got Usmanov, bro. Hey, Usmanov. Hey,
It's just the Uzbeki man.
You know, you have
So-
to sell Arsenal to buy Messi.
So, David, are you going with Messi?
yes, bro.
Messi. Ernest, who do you say for your club? Who do you
Kevin
have?
Strootman.
Kevin Strootman. Good
Wait,
call.
what
Good call.
teams do you play for again? Sorry.
Roma.
Roma.
Oh, okay.
Roma.
What
AS
position does he
Roma.
play?
CDM.
Okay. These days, you know, I don't watch the Italian league, so
City.
yeah, thank you.
Robin, who would you say?
I've loved him from young. Ibra.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, he's crap, bro.
Did you see his
What
miss?
was the question?
Did you see his miss?
What was the question?
You're the manager of the club, and you can only sign one player. Realistic signing. Who would you sign by the end of
Messi.
the window?
I was sad.
Messi.
We've had Messi, we've had Ibra.
No, he doesn't support United, so it's
For
fine.
Arsenal, he's in.
Why
He's
did you
saying
say Ibra?
I would sign Zlatan.
He's a personal
Have you seen
favourite
the
for-
defenders
for-
that we have?
For Robin.
Yeah, it was Zlatan.
Like, he's happy. Black.
What about Robert Van Persie and Rooney? He's got Van Persie and Rooney.
He's content. He's content.
Got Van Persie
Man,
and
man
Rooney.
was
Oh,
just-
my.
So you're fine with our back four?
Oh, no, hell no.
No, but you have
I'm
one
saying,
signing.
One
One
signing.
signing, bro.
I'm saying-
But
I'm
now,
saying in
it's
general.
for dreams.
Now.
Okay, now. Okay.
Oh, now?
He's in
Messi.
Oh, now. I thought you meant in general.
Listen to the question.
Oh.
But you said one signing, so I think any
It
signing.
has to be one. Yeah, it has to be because we got a week left of the deadline, half a week.
Oh, okay.
So if you're the guy in charge right now and you have to go and make a purchase, who do you sign? Realistically, who would you sign?
Messi, bro.
He says Messi. David says Messi. Ernest said Strootman. Kevin Strootman, the Dutch.
I have to go with what we're chasing for. I'll sign Vidal.
And Robin goes with Vidal. Mr. Adrian, who do you sign at Liverpool this season? Who do you think where do you need to strengthen? Who would you buy?
You know what? Diame.
Army of West Ham. Interesting call.
No, I want someone in the
Interesting
mode of like Yaya Toure.
He's picking the different titles for this podcast.
In an ideal
Released-
world, yeah, I want William Carvalho. I want like a big Yaya Toure kind of guy. Like
But it can happen.
William Carvalho is not
A
far.
realistic
it's not
signing
far-fetched.
is William
reckon?
Carvalho. Yeah.
It's not far from Liverpool.
Carvalho.
They quoted Arsenal 24 million, you know.
Yeah.
Huh? They quoted us 37.
Yeah, I read 37 the other day.
Yeah, and then they lowered it when Arsenal got involved. 24 million. People are sleeping on this guy, you know. Carvalho is a sick player.
My worry for Carvalho, I got a mate who's Portuguese, yeah? He's a Lisbon fan, and he's waxed lyrical for about 2 seasons about this guy.
Yeah.
The World Cup came, and this guy did not perform.
What
And
country-
that
what
worried
country
me.
is he from?
It's Portuguese.
Oh,
They played him in like one game.
I know. But that says a lot.
Portugal are crap, though.
You have to start
Portugal
your international
just-
football, man.
in
To
general.
be in the top clubs in Europe. Because
Who was the central midfielders for Port? Martinho and who?
Morales, wasn't it?
Morales.
I don't think
Oh,
Morales-
Raul Morales.
Raul-
I don't think
played.
he even went. No, he did.
went.
I remember he was
I
in the
remember
Portugal
he had those
advert.
awful hairstyles in the World Cup.
Yeah, I remember he went.
So, I mean, if you can't beat Morales to the team, that says a lot. Do you know what I mean? Sporting Lisbon is like the Tottenham of Portugal, yeah? Where if
But
you,
you're
if you
talking
want
about-
if you want to go to the next tier, if you want to jump in the top 4 teams in the elite of Europe, you have to be playing
No, but
international.
you're talking about a manager, Bento, who picks Nani.
No, it doesn't matter.
Nani played 3 times for us
It,
last year.
it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. With those stats, do you know what I'm saying? He still doesn't make that team.
No, but it says a lot about the manager.
True, give or take. Give or
Man, he
take.
played 3 times
take.
last year.
But it worries me when you can't perform on the big stage. Because Arsenal's issue, let's look at it on an Arsenal context.
Yeah.
We don't perform well against the big teams. The big stage comes and we don't perform well. And that's what we need. That's why we're looking at the Khediras and all that kind of thing. That's why we're screaming them names. 3 seasons ago, we'd have never been nowhere near those kind of names. We were signing Benayoun and Arteta. That was what we were. That was our level at the time because financially we weren't strong enough. But if you're going for Khedira, this is a World Cup winner, La Liga winner, Champions League winner. These are guys of the winning dimension. You bring up Carvalho, who's a hot prospect. That's all he is right now. And so to pay 37 would be ridiculous.
But it's a
To pay
technicality.
24,
He
what do you
didn't
mean?
play in the World Cup because of a technicality.
Well, he didn't play because he wasn't good enough. If he was better than the midfield he had, he'd
Like
play.
I said, Nani played.
If he was better than the midfield they had, he would have played.
I don't know, bro, because he's one of the main reasons they qualified.
Well, so what happened?
No, this is my issue. It's a technicality.
But
it's
if
not.
the manager
it's
has
not.
used him in qualification,
Nani played 3 games for us, and
I know,
he was
but if
pouring
you're
all of
saying
those
that
games.
Carvalho was the reason why they even got to the World Cup, yeah, well, when we know it's Ronaldo. against
No,
Sweden.
what I'm saying is that Ronaldo scored all the goals, did all the work in terms of the attack. But every attack Sweden had, Portugal defended well, and he was the one that started the counter attack with him, Varela, Moutinho,
Is it under the same manager?
Bento. Yeah.
Well, then what changed?
No, what I'm saying to you is that Nani didn't even play that game.
Right, but if
This is my
Carvalho
point.
was a focal point in that team that got
Yeah.
into the World Cup, for him not to be playing in every game of that
No,
campaign,
what I'm saying is it's the manager. The manager is not doing his job. How can you play a guy?
Give or take.
Nani did not play for us last
Nani
year,
is a questionable one.
but
I
started
think
the
it's
World
just
Cup.
because
Who'd
Nani
you
has
play?
the name in terms
Who'd you
of
play?
Varela.
As opposed to.
But Varela was dead when he came on.
Nani played 3 games.
I know Varela was dead when he came on though.
No. Nani
know what I
scored
mean?
1 goal and was dead the entire game.
Let's see Varela in the Premier League this year. Why do you think he's gone to West Brom? This is a guy who plays for Porto, Champions League football, title-winning football, and he's gone to West Brom. Do you get what I
When
mean?
was the last time
Varela
Porto were doing bits?
What they win their leagues. I'm sure they do in the last couple of years.
I swear,
They're up there.
Benfica
They're in
won the
Champions
league last year.
Yeah, last year
Yeah,
they
Benfica
won
won
it.
it.
Porto had a bad year last year. But,
When was the last time Porto won the league?
the year before.
Probably the year before.
They won a year
They
before.
won it the
They
year
won
before,
Benfica
yeah?
They're
were in
still
the
up there.
final
Of everything,
the,
yeah.
the Europa League, and
And
they
they
lost
lost everything
Is it?
in that
They lost
day.
all
When they lost to
finals.
Chelsea, yeah.
They lost to Chelsea.
The year Chelsea won the Europa League, Porto had won the league that year. Because they were in the final of everything. And literally, if they won, they win the league, they win the cup, they win the cup, you know what I mean? But they lost
I'm
everything.
trying to think of who they had in their
was
team.
so sad, you know.
Apart from their back 4. Like,
And
who
they're
they
talking
had?
about that curse
Right,
that they
hold on.
Martinez, I
Yeah.
think.
Who's talking Carvalho? It was Adrian. Sorry for
yeah.
missing the point. Adrian, you're saying Carvalho. William Carvalho. I like his Diarmi assumption only because the release clause is 3.5 million for a West Ham good defender, good midfield, good midfielder. That's a
Physical.
That's a Wenger signing.
Dad.
Remy,
who would I put?
Who would you
Obviously,
say?
a dreamer would be Enyema in goal for Man United.
What is smart, bro?
you
Because
dropped the hair.
he's
yeah.
top. He's top keeper.
Can we bring some new Man United pundits next time?
Okay, no, let me be serious. Let me be
Nah,
Someone said Ibrahimovic. The other one said Ibrahimovic.
He's a great keeper, you know. He's already kept 2 clean sheets in his first 2 games. Let me just say
Fam,
that.
you're
That's all I
mad,
wanna say.
bro.
But
In
anyway,
the French league.
So
Bastia.
he got 21. He had the most games over last season. 21.
Auxerre.
21. PSG,
You're on that
Monaco,
Ed Woodward vibe, bro.
Marseille.
No, he's
Leon.
on that Ed Woodward
Okay, let me
vibe.
get to that. Let me get to
Yeah,
that.
I'm not- who would you
I would
say?
actually have. I said this before. Ron Vlaar in my team.
Vlaar for
I said this before. He is solid. He might be. He's not doing it with these
You
defenders
went
nowadays.
Aston Villa
I think,
strikers,
I think
you know.
honestly, Ron Vlaar had 1 good World Cup.
It was not even that. It's just,
You weren't saying his name last season,
What
bro.
should they start
You were not saying his name last
Do you
season,
know what?
bro.
If anyone was saying his name, it was probably Remy.
I did.
To be fair, because he looks at these guys down there.
I do.
And he
I do
he
watch
does
these
pick
videos.
out
I know it's that
here and
truth be
there.
told.
Remy's judgment.
I first noticed him because his name.
Vlaar under Van Gaal, yeah? Was he not impressive in the World Cup?
Very.
Ron
The
Vlaar looked
3-5-2
like
formation
Yapstam.
and everything like 3-5-2
He had
formation.
Messi in his back
That's
pocket.
exactly what he looks like.
My thing,
And he's bald as well. He looks like.
but my thing is this: he had a good World Cup.
But like even now when I see him play, like he hasn't got that obviously.
You know,
he
there's
hasn't got that
36
kind of
games
finesse.
left to go.
It's not that.
There is 36
It's
games
not
left
that.
to
It's
go.
not about that. It's not
Conceding,
even
bro.
about that. It's just he has that kind of solid
No.
feel. Like do you know when you don't want?
Remy's the
for
kind
me-
of guy that will watch a guy and he has to feel something to like the guy.
Oh right. No, but it's
I
for
couldn't
me-
watch football
me.
with you, bro. Honestly,
No, but for me, I just want a defender, like someone who can just do the job. None of this kind of
it's not
finesse,
Ron Vlaar, fam.
taking it all like to the.
If you're
to the
basing it
top.
on the World Cup, I'll take Ron Vlaar over Johnny Evans.
Because I just think he'll just
Period.
he'll
If
just
you're
do,
basing it
do
on the
his
World
job.
Cup.
He'll really just do his job. It's not even to do with the World Cup. Even last season, he did pretty
But
well.
yeah,
So,
don't get me wrong. Ron Vlaar for Aston Villa is not a bad defender. He's not bad.
He's the captain, isn't he?
He's
Yeah,
captain, yeah.
he's not. I agree. He's not a bad defender. I just wonder if signing an Aston Villa player, if he does the job,
Obviously,
he
He's
does.
Aston Villa.
Oh,
You know them ones there, like you play for Aston Villa.
Yeah, but where you go, like, it doesn't mean that
Look at Young
every
now,
player
bro.
that Man
He's
United get is
packed,
from
bro.
the top teams. You can
No, but there's a reason they're in the top teams.
sometimes
there's a reason.
sometimes there's-
Young.
but how do some people
Hey,
come
where's
up there
Ashley
from?
Young now? Where's Young?
Top quality.
You have birds doing pooing, is it?
That was a sign from God, you know.
Oh,
From the west side,
That
love.
bird, that bird
grim.
was that
That
bird
was
was.
That bird, but
You know, God is sovereign. He said, "Go do it there. The wind will blow here."
oh man, dude.
That's very, very grim.
Hey,
Who would you sign in right now?
For the
Messi.
Arsenal,
You're
The
gonna
fact
say
that
Falcao,
the
isn't
fact that Falcao is available on loan in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. If not him, if he's unavailable, then it's Cavani.
Messi.
Then it's Cavani for me. I just
Fam,
can't-
I'm going to Usmanov. Hey, drop me that pin.
Usmanov hasn't got the majority of shares. So
Bruv,
he
I
can't
don't
even
care,
do
bruv. I'll
anything.
make it happen, bruv. Yo,
He can't even do
you want
anything.
Champions League? Have we ever won the Champions League? No. Let me get Messi. But let's go. Bang.
I mean,
And
that's
let me
what-
ask a question.
Messi.
that's what I say.
Let me ask a question.
Mhm.
If Arsenal does not get through tonight,
Boy.
Oh,
Boy.
what are the possibilities of making top four
Oh, I have no doubt in my mind we'll make top four. With or without
with
Champions
Thursday
League.
night football?
I have no doubt in my mind. No doubt at all.
I think
Arsenal
so.
will make top four.
I think if you come out of the Europa League, you'll make top four. I think if you stay in the Europa League for the long haul, you won't.
Because, I mean, what's Arsenal's problem? Arsenal's issue is...
Striker.
Yeah.
and also the
He's right.
defense as well at times. Many a
the
time.
defence...
No, the defense is fine.
It's
man,
here,
it's like
it's
it's
here,
just
it's here nor there.
Their
No,
defense
on
is
names,
fine.
on names.
I'm not gonna lie.
Defence is
Their defense.
Put it on.
That's the thing. On names, you can say, "Oh, Mertesacker Cristiano, that's solid." We can even say that on names, that you got a great back
Fam,
four.
Sheffield
But
needs to close
even
his
then,
legs,
when
bro.
when
You
it
have
comes
to
to
bear
actually
this in
playing
mind.
it, when you're actually playing
I
it,
think Arsenal's back four's all right. I think
Think
it's
about when you put into context the players that we had at the back four against Everton and still walked out with a point, even being 2-0 down at half time. Says a lot about our team. It's not, even the last minute goal against Palace. It's a very different Arsenal side to me, only because we're not that kind of team. When the wheels go off for Arsenal, they come so far off. Do you know what I mean? Last season, that Everton defeat could have gone to 4-5.
yeah, I was
Do you know
shocked.
what I mean?
I said it myself. I said it to you,
You know,
like that. I was shocked.
It all goes back to 4-4 at St James's Park. That's for me where it began. No, in fact, 4-4 at the Emirates against Tottenham. That's where it began for me when I realised when the wheels come off, they come so far off. And especially when we lost at Anfield last year, when we lost at Stamford Bridge, we went to the Etihad.
Anfield
Do you know what I mean?
just like-
It was a
It's like you just
madness.
give up, innit?
It was a
And
mad
it's just-
thing.
yeah.
But we got garbage players that are out of the squad now, so I'm happy with that. So, we'll see.
You sold your best striker.
Who?
Nicholas Bentner.
Wolfsburg, you know.
Number 3.
Wolfsburg are gonna challenge now. They're gonna challenge
Alright,
for
to end off, final question. What number will Samuel Eto'o be wearing for Everton?
Five.
Club next
It's
season?
5.
Five.
Five.
It's 5.
Five.
No, he needs God.
Why is he
Samuel
wearing
Eto'o.
number
Have you seen
No,
the
he's-
shrimp?
he's-
Have you seen the
he's
shrimp
trying
that he
to
had?
number
before
five.
the-
Is that when
The
Jan
barber
Jones-
didn't finish.
Hey, get next week's
Mr. the barber didn't finish.
Just let him. He's like, I have to go.
I got
I got to complete this transfer.
Oh snap!
All right. Next week's fixtures. Should we do some predictions on those?
Yeah.
Just to end this off. I don't know them in order. I've done very poor management this week. But
We've got Burnley at 12:45.
so Burnley's the first game, yeah? Burnley at home to Manchester United at
Manchester
Turf Moor.
United.
BT Sport.
What is that?
Manchester
Yeah.
Man is streaming that cars.
Yeah.
Manchester United.
David, win, lose, draw. Which way is it going this way? Don't worry, I'm keeping the tally of the points as well, of who's getting it correct and who's not. Some interesting stuff last week, by the way. Just want to point out. We got some predictions for
Man
very well.
United.
Sorry, Man United
Yeah.
at Turf Moor, yeah? They're going to win. Yeah, Ernest?
Man United.
Man United?
We can't afford not to.
Van Gaal is still yet to win for Manchester United this season.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there.
It's bad.
Just want to put that out on blast. I got the fixtures.
Oh, you-
But so Robin,
Manchester United, we actually have to win this.
No, we know we have to. Winning
have to
is
just-
a must.
and I'm predicting
Not
that we will win
But
this.
winning is a must. Oh, you're predicting you will win.
I'm predicting we will, and it's a must.
I'm saying
just putting
3-1.
that.
3-1 Manchester United.
I'm saying 3-1.
That's very bold. Adrian, at Turf Moor. 12:45.
Angel Di Maria
United.
is going to do
Oh, Snappy.
danger.
Remember,
Honestly, I think he's
Di
going
Maria
to
is
tear
making a
them
debut
apart.
this Saturday.
I would have rather had his debut be at Old Trafford, but still, I'm not complaining.
You know what?
Points
you
are
can never
needed.
be so
So.
sure. Even he's coming to the turf. He's never seen pitches like this. He's
Yeah.
never seen such hungry,
compact stadiums.
compact state. Yeah, such atmospheres. He's never been to those kind of. The worst he's probably seen is Sociedad, and still pretty decent.
The only reason we could lose or draw that game is our back four.
Or three.
Or three.
Adrian, Manchester United away at Turf Moor against Burnley.
United.
United to win. Remy,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll go with a win.
you're going with the faithful, yeah, Man United faithful. I'm gonna do the controversial and say Burnley will win at home. 12:45.
This
kickoff.
isn't like 2009.
They've done it
2010.
before, yeah.
I'm
They've done it
going
before.
2009.
And it was a much better team you had then.
From Robbie Blake.
But
But that's why
That
we
one
won,
goal.
we won the league that year.
you did. No, you didn't.
Chelsea.
Chelsea
won
won.
that, Chelsea won that. I remember.
Chelsea
That was-
won.
that-
Man
that was
United had
the
the black,
the V
the
team.
black stripe.
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
yeah.
United won. That Chelsea team was monstrous that year. Man City at home to Stoke.
Oh,
Home win from David.
Yeah, Man
Ernest?
City.
5-0.
5-0.
What?
Man City win, but I don't know the score.
Man City.
City win.
City win.
Yeah, City.
Yeah, full house. I'll say
Comfortable.
City win as well. Newcastle at home to Crystal Palace.
Newcastle.
Yet to win this season.
Newcastle.
And they haven't scored at all.
Remy Cabella hat-trick.
It's a hat trick. Robin. Newcastle at home to Palace.
I'm gonna go for a draw.
Under maybe Neil Warnock. Maybe.
What improvement is he going to make to this Crystal Palace side?
We don't know.
You see what he did to Leeds? They hyped. Do you know? I remember last when he came to 2 seasons ago when he came to Leeds, and they were like, "Oh, Leeds are gonna get promoted now." They hyped up, and they almost got like relegated or something.
Did you see that at QPR?
Yeah. Oh wait, when?
Abysmal.
I've never seen it.
Robin, you
Abysmal.
said a draw. Controversial draw at St James's Park.
Let's not
Adrian?
find it's not controversial.
It is controversial. If Newcastle draw at home to Palace, it's controversial. My goodness.
Really?
That's what I'm going for.
Pardew's in trouble if that's the case. How much money he
No,
spends
I
every
won't say
year?
it's in trouble. The only thing I would say, because
He's
the
not
thing
in
is
trouble
Newcastle,
in
here's
the
the thing.
third game of the
Those-
season.
Let's put it. No. Pete.
No,
Let me give you
Their
shall I
first
give you
two
stats
games
for last
are
season.
Hap, you know.
I'll give you stats for last season. You know, only 10 managers remained at their job in the Premier League last year. 10. Half of the league remained with them.
That's half, you know.
Listen, the reason why I'm saying Pardew is because he's been there about 3 seasons now.
No, but yeah, it's their fault for signing an 8-year contract with him.
Well, yes.
That's Mike Ashley.
Yeah, but
That's
then,
that Sports Direct logic.
well, didn't
They called
Woodward
the
sign
sports
Moyes on a
director.
6-year contract?
8.
Yeah, but Moyes signed for
8.
6 for Moyes.
What manager signs an 8-year contract?
Wait.
Do you know what 8
That's
is?
unheard of.
No, but
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And that's 2 years of a decade.
I
Honestly,
don't know what the difference is.
there's a what?
There's nothing
Okay,
wrong with
yeah.
signing an 8-year contract.
There's a lot wrong with
Wenger's
signing an 8-year
been
contract.
been at Arsenal, what, 17 years?
Doing 2-year contracts
No, but-
every 2
yeah,
years.
but the thing
Sign
is-
on 2 years. Sign on
Yeah,
2 years.
because-
he doesn't sign one
Sign on.
8-year
Sign on.
contract,
No,
bro.
but the thing, but if Wenger was Pardew's age, you never know.
Hypotheticals.
Nothing's
Hypotheticals.
No, but there's nothing wrong with the 8-year contract. I don't get what the
contract.
problem is.
Well, I could say, I think, firstly, 8-year contract is quite a bit because
But you don't take
8
Moyes
years.
for 6. I don't get the point. I don't
Firstly,
understand
for me, I don't even care about
Six and
the
eight-
contract that much,
6
because
and
the
8 is a
contract,
2-year
they
difference.
break them
Mate,
off. They
6
break them
years is a long time.
6 years and 8
It's
years
a long
is a
time.
2-year difference.
off.
You have a mid-table
A lot
manager
can change in 8 years.
signing
You went
for
from being
8
unbeaten in one
years.
in 1
Do
year.
you know what?
8
Do you know what
6
kind of
years
manager
later,
you
guys
have to
lost
be?
8-2,
But
so
remember,
that's the thing. 8
remember the
years
years
is a long time.
when we were unbeaten, yeah, and Chelsea won the leagues. You hadn't won a league in 3 years. Do you know what I'm saying? 3 years after that, you won the league 3 years in a row.
Yeah, but
so a lot can happen in
He
6 years.
signs extensions. Is
Yeah,
Alan,
that's true.
do you know Alan
Wrong.
Pardew has to be Gus Hiddink to bang for 8 years?
Clearly, there's something going on.
No, he has to bang.
On that point that you said that he's in trouble, that's not true because firstly,
Oh, 3.5 years.
those two performances that he
I'm
said,
telling you,
they've
bro.
been good. The one against
The Villa.
no, the one against Man City, they pushed Man City. It's just Man
Yeah.
City had better quality.
Sure, yeah.
The one against Aston Villa, if you saw the highlights there, that was.
I think they need a striker.
they
When I
played
saw that
well.
game, they need a number 9.
Yeah.
Put it this way, but that's the thing. They spend season on season on strikers. Newcastle buy strikers
But
almost
this new
every
guy,
year.
Remy Cabella, he looks pretty
I
good.
know.
And
What I'm
he
saying
scores.
is, my
mid, though.
point is
So-
this. My point was literally this: that he's in trouble if he loses at home to Palace. That's a big.
I thought he said a draw.
Oh, if he doesn't win,
I don't think trouble is
It's a strong word. I think it's a strong word.
Newcastle's a hype. You don't hear
That
the
Newcastle
stories
crowd
about
is
it.
rowdy, you know.
It is rowdy, but
Start wolf whistling at
The thing, the only point I was making was that they haven't scored. That was my only thing. That's the only thing. They haven't scored yet. But if you even see the reactions right now with Newcastle, they're happy that they're gelling a lot more. Because last season they were poor, and the whole Europa League thing from. Actually, that was 2 years ago. Yeah, but that thing messed them up as well.
But that's what I'm saying. They've had 2 bad years.
They've had two bad years, but now they can see the team. The team's gelling a lot more. They're getting much better, and like all that's needed now, just putting the ball in the net, because that was the issue against Aston Villa. Both teams really could have won that, just no one put it in the net, and you could see the way the mindset was after the game. Like they didn't. It wasn't like, oh, we're in trouble because we haven't scored yet, but it's just the prospect is there. And I think Chris Price, if they don't win, they're not going to be like, oh, we're in trouble. It's just more like, we just need to step up a bit more. So that's why, for me, I'm going for.
Because I don't know if the fans like Pardew.
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
I think that
They want Mike Ashley out.
They want Ashley
but
out first.
you won't go. So they're saying, hey, Pardew.
I think they're content with Pardew.
That's the word.
Outside of the headbutting and the pushing Wenger in, I think that they're content with him, because it's like, you brought us Kabay and you've brought us Sissoko. Sissoko's £1.5 million. You see what I'm saying? You brought us Demba. So I think they're content. I don't think it's an issue of you're so rubbish you need to go. I think it's just a thing of, like, if you're bringing Sim De Jong, you're bringing Kabay, you're bringing in Yanmat. The third game, if you draw to Palace, I don't think it's trouble. I think it's the beginning of, all right, now we need to start winning. But I don't think it's trouble. In terms, if by the 5th game they haven't scored a goal and they keep drawing and losing, then I'm like, okay, fine. But the 3rd game, I don't think so. I don't think it's trouble.
Because the thing is, they've had good performances in both games. It's just
they played well.
And Yanmat, you're right.
One of the things I've learned in the Premier League is if the team is not progressing and growing, you slide. And all of a sudden, you're Aston Villa, all of a sudden now relegation fights when they were fighting for Champions League, 3, 5, 6 years ago. If you don't, because Newcastle seemed like, even last year, they just seemed to go on holiday from January and just thought this is it. And if you don't,
we beat them.
They got into the Europa League that year. They had an amazing year that year when they got into the Europa League, when they first, I think it's the 2nd season
they came 5th, didn't they?
Yeah,
yeah.
Amazing season, and you think this is it. Newcastle are getting back to how they were in the Keegan era, kind of thing. But if you don't continue that progression,
they even kicked him out in his second.
Yeah, exactly.
Second
slide,
time out.
and he's a favourite at Newcastle.
Yeah,
they love you. You slide all the way down. Do you get what I'm saying? And before long, we will be talking about Newcastle trying to get out of relegation.
For me, I think the Newcastle thing was because when they came 5th that year, amazing. The whole Bar and Cisse partnership. Bar left, it was Cisse hanging it, holding it down on his own.
Newcastle
it wasn't enough.
Top half of the top half.
Yeah, and then afterwards, because the Cisse thing wasn't enough, then they had the Europa League. They got to quarters, but it wasn't enough. Then last year, that was all just like
they're not in anything this year, are they?
No, nothing this year.
They've got to give it a push. They've got to give the league a push, and maybe a cup as well. The fans would like to go to Wembley. It seems like when you're looking at Hull being in the final last year, Newcastle fans must be sitting there thinking, what's going on? Because we're not doing anything.
Hull was sick though.
They were. But they came from the Championship 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like over a year ago.
I just checked. Do you know how Hull finished last year? 16th.
Yeah, because they pushed
for the FA Cup.
Because once they got like 13th, 12th. But don't forget, in last season was one of those years where 12 teams could go down. We were saying this last week.
At the same time, they were safe.
But they were safe from a long time ago, and they just took their pedal off the gas a little bit.
Focus on the
you know what I mean? Folks, they had a cup to play and everything like that. But so it's here. That's just my opinion on the whole Pardew thing. I don't know how he's still a Newcastle manager. It's unbelievable.
I didn't think last
how
year
he's still a manager.
But the only thing with last year I saw is because the whole French players being brought in, it felt like some of it was just panic buys. Yeah. So none of it gelled, none of it worked. But this season,
do you want to hear some banter from Metro Sport?
Go on.
Nikola Zigic's agent confirms Arsenal transfer is close.
I heard this rumour yesterday. But Nick, is this Zigic Birmingham?
I thought someone was being silly.
Do you know what? Yeah, I thought someone was being silly because I read Joe Allen to Man United. I read something like that.
Yeah, I heard that one.
I will never believe that.
Even
if it happens, I won't believe it.
Yeah, even if I see him on the pitch, I still haven't believed it. No, I hear what you're saying. It's like it took me a minute to.
I can confirm Neil Warnock is manager.
Neil Warnock is the manager.
They rejected Steve Clark, Crystal Palace.
Oh,
Steve Clark.
Restricted Clark.
Yeah.
No.
Interesting.
Warner.
Yeah.
Although actually,
Maybe-
I like Steve Clark, but I
say,
noticed his
Do
tactics.
you know what? When they both probably had interviews of the job, Clark might have had other ambitions on his mind, and Palace might have just said, you know what, safe. We're not really after that right now. We can't.
The only thing I'll say about Steve Clark is that
Clark is a good manager.
he's good, but I noticed his tactic with West Brom was a simple attack. Just as soon as they're behind, bring on 4 strikers, and that's many times they would bring on Rosenberg, Long, Lukaku, and Fortune. They'll have them on the same pitch at the same time, and I was like, that's their tactic. So, and the thing, most of the time it did work. They'll get the draw, they'll get the win in the end. But it seems too much of a gamble just to bring on all the strikers. But yeah.
Anyway, so who are we up to in prediction? Was
Adrian.
it? Yeah, because Robin said draw.
Newcastle.
Adrian, you're saying Newcastle.
Yeah, I go for Newcastle win. Probably
Yeah.
2-0 or something like that.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be 1-0 either way. I can't figure out who. I think it's going to be a tight, nerve-wracking game, and when the fans get a bit funny at St James's, you know it can get you can tell it gets to the players
really
as well.
control how
Palace
things
looks
go.
They can control how things
Palace
go.
really look poor.
They do, but it's one of those ones where like how bad can it be for Palace? It's almost like I feel like they've gone through losing at home to West Ham. How many of us predicted that last week? Do you know what I mean? I feel like it can't get that bad anymore. But football is brilliant because freak shows can happen and anything can happen. But 1-0, I'm gonna go 1-0. I'm gonna go with Palace. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with Palace. All
Do
right?
you think Newcastle will go scoreless for a third week?
Well, I like Newcastle this year. They look good.
They do
I like,
look good.
I like
I-
them.
I'm just
I was
waiting for-
impressed against Man City. I was like, this is good. I like this. Don't like
Did you
Partey.
say? I think who said on the show that they could be getting back up there? What 7th or 8th? Who said that?
Well, they finished there around there last season.
I said they
Ninth.
were with us.
They were like
They
there
were
last season anyway.
7th to 9th.
That's how
it
good
was
they
us,
started. But you know what?
Southampton and
That's how
Newcastle.
good they were at the beginning of last season. They started off really
They started
well.
off really
That's how I was
Yeah.
shocked when we beat them.
Really well. They said that they won like 2 games in the calendar year and finished 9th. 2 games. Do you know what I mean? That's horrible. But
awful.
they were saying since the Cabaye departure, which was in January. So
Yeah.
it's mad. But anyway, QPR at home to Sunderland. David, Sunderland. Ernest,
QPR.
at home to Sunderland. You're saying QPR?
No. I'm
Oh, you're
just,
just having a laugh about
I'm just
QPR.
looking at their team. Yeah. Oh, who's their striker? Connor Wickham.
No,
Sunderland,
Charlie Austin,
yeah?
isn't it? Charlie Austin.
No, Sunderland. Connor Wickham, double.
Gosh, Conor Wickham. He's so overrated. I hate Conor Wickham. I hate him. I can't stand Conor Wickham. He's so overrated. He's so lazy. I watched him in the United game. I thought, move. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
track.
he's-
Do something because he rejected a new contract at Sunderland because he thinks he can play for like a mid-table team. Sit down. You went on loan twice.
But what team was he playing for before?
On loan, it was Ipswich, and the other one was another championship. He's been in the championship twice. Do you know what I mean? That's horrible. Sit down. Anyway, Robin,
Sunderland.
yes. Adrian, QPR at home, yeah. Harry might do some
I
revolution.
think I'll go for a draw.
A draw.
Yeah.
I'd hate to see a draw in
I'm
this
gonna go
game.
for a Sunderland
Yeah.
win. I think Sunderland will win there. Swansea at home to West Brom. Now, if you saw Swansea against Burnley, it was pretty tight.
It was pretty
Swansea, although they got the win, didn't look really that convincing to me.
Swansea.
Swansea at home to West Brom. David.
Swansea.
Yep.
I think West Brom will squeeze a win out of this, you know.
Interesting.
I think West Brom will do some dirt. I think Swansea's thing is that they pass people off the park, but if you press them, because they press, but if another team does what they do with more stronger players, I think they get destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think West Brom will squeeze it like a 2-1.
Robin.
Swansea.
Swansea. Adrian.
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a draw.
I'm gonna go for a Swansea win. You know, if they win, they would have won 3 out of 3.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. 9 points, joint top in the league. Interesting. West Ham at home to Southampton.
This is tight.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
tight.
very
Draw.
tight.
Draw, says David.
Southampton.
Southampton, Ernest.
1-1 draw.
1-1 draw, says Robin.
I hate when there's draws in the Premier, you know.
Southampton.
Southampton away from home, says Adrian.
You know what? I'll go for West Ham. They're on a nice roll.
West Ham.
Southampton. I know they played pretty well against Liverpool last week.
Yeah.
West Brom was just
A lot of Liverpool fans were saying that they shouldn't have won that game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was-
I mean,
it was
for me, yeah, I like the addition of Long and stuff, and they do look okay. I can't take them seriously though with that unsponsorless kit. sponsorless kit. But I think West
What,
Ham.
as in the kit designer?
Yeah, they made it themselves. They made the kit.
Are you
themselves.
serious?
There's no sports thing, and it's Veho. Veho's the next brand thing. I don't know what that is. But
Well, they couldn't secure one.
No, I don't know what's going on there.
I think they just made it in house.
Could be still under negotiation.
But yeah, like I was saying, West Ham will be on a roll. Probably something like 2-1.
Those things can change in the year anyway. I remember Newcastle, had a Virgin Airlines on their kit, and then halfway in the season they switched it to Wonga.
They were Thompson.
Those things.
Virgin
Oh,
Atlantic, yeah.
Thompson.
Were they Thompson or was that? Am I thinking of Tottenham?
Newcastle Thompson.
No, Northern
I don't
Rock.
remember.
Northern Rock. That's what it
I
was.
remember that one.
Thompson
Was
Spurs.
Tottenham.
Spurs.
Yeah.
Spurs.
Right, I'm gonna go with Southampton win. Just. I know what you're saying about the Allardyce thing. Sorry, West Ham's form. I was thinking that, but then I thought
It's one game.
it's Ronald Koeman though.
It's
I
one.
like him.
That one game
I like the
is
look of his
No, I know it's one game, but especially with West Ham, the way they weren't that good last season. So I know when they got a win, they tried to move forward from that very quickly. So I can see them.
They had a 15-year-old in the squad yesterday. Did you lot know about that?
Yeah, Oxford.
Yeah, Oxford.
Oh.
The new Rio Ferdinand.
Centre half.
Apparently the new Rio Ferdinand. Everton at home on the Saturday night football at home to Chelsea. David says Chelsea. Ernest?
Chelsea
Chelsea.
all day.
Robin?
Chelsea.
Everyone's confident.
It's
Confident Chelsea.
It's not Chelsea.
Adrian says draw.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's that clear cut like Chelsea to win.
I'm not feeling Everton this year, you know.
Listen,
I'm not feeling them, bro.
twice.
Um,
I'm telling you,
I
Chelsea will
do
win.
think.
It's not going to be a draw. Don't
I don't think it'll be a draw. Yeah, someone's gonna win, and I think you know what. Everton, they could have won. They probably should have won against Arsenal. I think they can do it against Chelsea. And Everton are that team. They can beat the top teams. They know how to beat the top team. They do.
Aspilicueta,
I'm gonna.
You
Courtois,
can name all the players you want.
Matic.
Name by name.
You think we're going to make Naismith look like Ronaldo?
No, but
bro?
name by name.
No.
Arsenal's team will look better.
Last year,
Name by name. Arsenal
Very-
were
very
better
good
than
point.
what Everton.
Everton last
If you
week,
name it, but Everton were much better for
Chelsea
80
didn't
minutes.
forget.
So
Chelsea didn't win.
I think
Didn't win against Everton.
Well, that was last season. They're going to get smashed.
we'll see. So I'm going for Everton.
This Chelsea team is a better team than last
I know.
season.
I think I do know.
Chelsea team.
I
You
do
think
know.
Jagielka can distant? I'm going to have...
Oi, no, honestly.
I'm gonna go with.
But you're
Charlotte on the right, Hazard on the left.
You're acting like Chelsea's like invincible now. Everyone's acting like Chelsea's invincible now that they've got Fabregas and Costa.
Barely pushed them.
Chelsea have the best 11 in the Premier
They have the best 11.
But
Have
it's
you
not.
not seen
Although I will say, I did
My
say
gosh.
this.
See,
It was scary how they did turn on against
only have
Leicester.
1 point.
Because do you know Leicester.
Man said because of Remy's judgment, we have 1 point.
Nah, but okay, fine. We'll see next week. If Everton win, we will see. But I'm going for Everton. I'm waiting for Lukaku to finally turn up. I'm waiting for him to turn up.
He has to lose weight.
He's playing against Chelsea for the first time in his career. So
Fine.
that'll be interesting.
And I'd love him to just to say, Jose Mourinho, this is what you missed out.
And
This is what you
Eto'o.
missed
So
out.
don't forget
No.
Eto'o and Lukaku.
You know what it is? I guarantee you, yeah, Lukaku will not score.
Probably won't. You're right.
I think
Lukaku will not
He'll
score.
set up a goal. He'll set up Naismith like he did last time. He'll set up Naismith.
I think Everton will win as well. I'm going with an Everton home win. Goodison is no joke.
Yeah.
Goodison is no joke.
It's not as clear cut. It's not as clear cut as you're making it seem. But it really is.
no joke.
1 point.
Goodison is no joke. Aston Villa at home to Hull on the
This is
Sunday
a
football.
tough game. This is a
Aston
tough
Villa at
game.
home to Hull. Don't forget Hull have just signed Michael Dorse.
Dawson, yeah.
The reason why Tottenham never made the top 4.
I'll win.
So is he starting next to Curtis Davies?
Well, I don't know who's.
Davies is going to look at him like...
They've got a red suspension.
Yeah,
in there.
Chester.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chester suspended. So I think Dawson will slide straight in.
Plus they play 3 at the back as well.
Yeah, they do. And do you see them against Stoke?
Against Vinewood,
Do you see that the way they got?
Christian Benteke.
Is Benteke back?
I don't know.
No, not yet.
I don't know.
But
So,
and I'm happy
David,
Nzoglu
you
is
said
back.
Hull.
I'm happy Nzoglu is back.
Ernest,
Villa.
Villa, Robin,
I'm going to say Villa.
Villa at
Just.
home.
Wait, Villa at home, right?
Yes.
Villa.
Okay, yeah.
Adrian,
Villa.
Villa.
Yeah.
At home.
Because Villa at home, I think if Hull were at home, I'd probably say them. But Villa would win this one. Yeah, they'll win this one.
Yeah, I think Villa will win at home. Villa, I think Villa will win. Villa will take the 3 points there. Tottenham at home to Liverpool.
Please, is this
Liverpool
game live on Sunday?
on Sky Sports? It's
Well, it
yes,
starts
this Sunday.
Actually starts
Downstairs.
Just in case you guys didn't know,
Downstairs.
we also have a men's service this Sunday, and we'll be showing both games of the Super Sunday
No, I want to watch this
Tottenham
Spurs Liverpool game.
versus Liverpool.
I
White
really
Hart
want to
Lane.
watch this game.
David scores.
Oh my!
Who's
Nah,
winning?
Spurs.
At the Lane. Spurs. David, Ernest.
Tottenham.
Robin.
Draw.
Draw.
Take it.
Ericsson versus Lovren.
Adrian.
I don't worry.
Adrian. Are you gonna give your team
It's a hell
the?
of a lot better than Blackett.
Hold on. How long did Lovren last in the World Cup?
Mud team.
Huh?
How long did Lovren last in the World Cup?
To the groups.
Yeah, where did Rojo end up?
Fair enough.
But then who? Why am I going to try and defend him? I just realized. I said that.
Robin, you said draw, yeah?
I'm sorry.
I said draw. I was
Adrian.
saying draw.
Listen,
Hey, that will annoy me, you know.
I
If
know,
it's a
but
draw, it'll
I
annoy me,
think, but
man.
it's possible.
No, it's very possible.
It's very
The thing is,
possible.
I just want Brendan Rodgers to get humbled, bro.
He doesn't act like he's a humble guy.
Nah, he's a very humble guy.
Nah, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? After the first game here against Southampton, he comes out and says on Liverpool's website, if you know who Glenn Johnson is, oh no, he said Glenn. Who was your left back in the first game?
yeah, it was Glenn.
Who was your right back then?
Manquillo.
Manquillo. He said Manquillo and Glenn Johnson are the best wing backs in the world. I said, my gosh.
Did he?
Bruv, I will find it on Liverpool FC on Twitter for you, bruv.
Now you might take it out of context. I didn't really say that.
We need
I
to
don't
find
know.
this.
I have no
We need to
idea.
find this.
Adrian. Tottenham versus Liverpool at home. Sorry, Spurs being at home. Yeah. Liverpool. So what's the score gonna be there?
You know what?
Pochettino.
I've seen that pressing. Liverpool win.
Liverpool win, yeah.
Hold on.
Liverpool
So we
win.
go from Tottenham playing poorly against West Ham. Everyone's like, and then they have a great performance against QPR, and then now Tottenham will just smack Liverpool. I don't know. For me, I'm just like, for me, I'm not convinced. I mean, they played well.
Your first win.
Hold on. Are we going on patterns?
The voice of reason.
This is what I'm saying.
Are we going on patterns? Algorithms?
What are we doing?
Is that what we're doing?
Because I don't know. Because the things I don't know.
It brings up an interesting
Because I don't know.
point.
Because I don't know. Like for me, because just before I mentioned, West Ham will go on might go on a roll from that win. They might be on a hype from that win, and then go beat whoever they're playing. Then now with Tottenham, they did the same thing. Poorly. Now they're gonna win. Now you're saying they're gonna smack them. So it's just like I did the same thing before. But then where does the balance lie? So that's
Say your point again.
Psychology.
no, because before with the West Ham thing. Who they facing this week again? West Ham.
Southampton.
Southampton. So I said they might beat Southampton this week. That's why I predicted them to win. So I said last week they had a good performance against Crystal Palace. They might carry that through this week. Then I think, what would you say that?
But Tottenham have won 2 games.
No, they have. No, but I'm saying the performance. Sorry, the performance against.
Tottenham had a good game.
No,
I lied? Tottenham had a good game.
Against West Ham, they were poor. They should have lost that game. West Ham.
They didn't.
No, they didn't. That's different. I get what you're saying. They found a way to win in the end, which was good.
Eric
And then-
Dyer
Yes, and this
went off to have a
I
flyer.
need to that.
Oh man.
Came from Sporting Lisbon and has scored twice in 2 games.
He's a decent, he's a good prospect,
Yeah.
a decent guy. But yeah, I will go for Liverpool. Tottenham did look good, and they look a lot more gelled and faster as well.
They're top of the league, you know.
Liverpool got
Tottenham are top of the
Yeah,
league.
because they beat QPR 4-0. What goal?
No, because exactly.
yeah,
Of course,
They
bro.
did their job.
they did the job. Yeah,
We haven't done our job.
Let the guy have his opinion.
I know, but it's just like-
Let him
It's-
have
This
it's
is
too
why
early.
Man
It's
United have
prediction.
1 point,
It's
bro.
when Liverpool win, okay.
Let the man have his
win.
prediction.
But I'm just thinking,
Adrian and Remy are saying Liverpool
I'm
win.
saying, yeah, Tottenham. I'm not saying that they'll like I said. I remember what you said last week. Tottenham will be hovering around that area. They'll be quiet.
They'll be around.
And they'll be quiet. They'll be hovering around the area. I don't see them getting Champions League in the end. But they will. Pochettino's a good manager.
Neither do I
He'll
see
get
Man
them back to
United,
where they
bro.
used to be. But
David,
yeah, I will go for Liverpool win.
Don't let one fan. Don't let one fan.
Remy says Liverpool win, yeah? I'm going with Remy and Adrian. Liverpool away win. Leicester at home to round off
Arsenal.
against Arsenal. Arsenal.
You know what?
Arsenal. Red Army. Red Army.
Casper Schmeichel clean sheet.
So, what's David saying? Home away win for Arsenal?
Hey, when is that get off?
Sunday, 4 o'clock.
Jesus.
Also
No,
live
I'm a
after
striker,
the men's
bro.
service.
Yeah, you know that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of Giroud. I'm thinking about
Olivier Giroud. But we don't have a striker, bro. No, if Isa plays number 10, we're gonna need to stop playing on the left, bro. He doesn't work there, bro. So you can put Santi there, but even then, if you put him there,
I think you lot should test out false number 9 4-3-3.
No, I did that, bro. Arsenal win, though. Arsenal win.
Arsenal win?
We have to, bro.
Ernest, Arsenal away at Leicester. Leicester at home to Arsenal.
Leicester's to win.
Leicester to win.
That's
Robin.
tight.
Controversial.
Robin.
2-1 Leicester. 2-1 Leicester.
Adrian.
I agree, Team Leicester.
Leicester.
I can see where you're thinking this because Leicester do look they
look hungry, bro.
They look like they want to
especially the way they
stay
played
in
like
the league.
Everton in the first game and Chelsea.
And Chelsea in the first half.
In the first half,
First
yeah.
70 minutes of that Stamford Bridge
Nah,
game.
they want
did
to
Leicester,
but-
that counter attack, if it wasn't for Courtois,
I'm telling you.
No, if Nugent
Hey.
could finish, it's not even just Courtois coming out. Nugent should be able to
No,
finish.
poor
that.
shot.
no.
That's my thing. That's what I was gonna say.
Courtois
Courtois.
made it look impossible, but it was a poor shot.
Yeah,
For me,
that's
I'm
true.
gonna say
Courtois
Leicester's
poor
issue.
shot, bro.
I will say Nugent, even though he got a lot of goals to them in the Championship last season, he's not a great Premier League striker. Vardy, I don't know where. I think Vardy's injured, who was their other main striker. So Leicester's issue might be getting goals, and also their main playmaker Drinkwater injured.
Yeah,
so,
I think it's only a matter of time
that what.
that they start to score these chances.
There we
created.
go. So I don't think that even though Kasper Schmeichel, great goalkeeper, 18 clean sheets last season. Did some stats, yeah.
Man,
And not just that, Yeah, he's a good prospect for the future, and I was gonna put him in my team.
The thing
It's
is,
AC Milan wanted him.
you know what though? He's 27. You know.
Is it? What?
That's the worry about Kasper.
He's old.
Kasper's been in the game
He
for
is.
time.
Because
And-
I remember
and-
he used to
yeah.
play for Leeds
'Cause
when he was like 23.
I felt the same.
Yeah,
I felt
okay.
the same way when you were saying, yeah, hot prospect. Because I remember watching Leicester a bit towards the end of last season.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this Kasper guy is top notch. And then I looked at his stats and they said his age was 27. I thought, that's a shame. He's hidden so long. He's been quiet for
He
so long.
He was at Leeds for a long time, and then Leicester took him, and then Leicester took a while to get to the Premier League, and now they're
They
here.
were unlucky to be there
But-
even a couple of years ago. Anyway.
Yeah, so I think
yeah.
Kasper, he's good, and you'll be keeping clean sheets this year. But I think it's because Leicester's first couple of games are all top 14, so that's their issue, and their issue will be scoring goals. I think so. I'm gonna go for an Arsenal win.
Arsenal.
Yeah,
win?
an Arsenal win. Yeah,
All right,
Arsenal.
I'm gonna
You
be
just
bold.
jinxed
Yeah?
it, bro.
I'm gonna be bold. Arsenal will batter Leicester City.
Batter?
I've told you now. And I'll eat my humble pie next week if I'm wrong. However, Arsenal will wipe the floor against City. Against
Chelsea,
Leicester.
like
I
just
kid you not.
not just, but like
I kid you not. I kid you not. Because one thing Leicester do that Arsenal love, yeah, is they're going to come out to play. And we have no problem with teams like that. We hate the parking behind the bus. That's where I think we'd struggle. If you said West Ham away, I'd be less wary of that than Leicester away. I think Arsenal will work.
So what kind of score are you going for then?
I'm talking 3-4-0 or 1. 3 or 4-1. Around that time. I think we might have a slow start as usual.
dear.
So they might nick a goal.
dear.
But at the same time, I think if Leicester do take the lead,
yeah.
it could be an issue. That's the only thing.
No,
I think.
I'm more worried. If Leicester take the lead, I have no problem with Arsenal coming back. That might be a 2-1, yeah? But I think Arsenal will beat Leicester hands down.
Aaron Ramsey captain for that week.
Believe me.
That's what it's gonna be,
He's
bro.
so captain this week.
Oh man.
But yeah. But that's all our predictions for this week.
No Monday Night Football this week.
Monday night, there's none, yeah?
There's
Because I think it's internationals the week after. So we'll come back to us next week. We'll round up this week's results. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. And don't forget to log in to next week.
And the week after, you've got Man City.
Yeah, at home. That's no problem. That's no problem.
Oh,
By then the transfer window will be done. We'll have all our signings done.
You
Yeah.
think you'll get a striker?
At home, Arsenal are unbeatable at home. Make no mistake.
Brother, mate!
No mistake.
Actually, if you actually think about it, they
No
drew with
mistake.
Chelsea at home.
We only lost to
they
Villa
drew-
at home last season, and that was the first game of the season, and went unbeaten at home since. We won the most away games last season as well. Anyway, let's close. So yeah, join us next week.
Stats for them.
Quick stats for them. Join us next week. Welcome to Top 4.